boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Look them in the eye. Come on.
Will somebody please deport me? Yeah, I need deported. Please deport me back home to my father who out in heaven. Yeah, I wanna go. I wanna be deported. Handcuff me and send me away to the Father. 'Cause there's so much going on this earth. It gets to me sometimes, yeah. And in these times, I gotta remind myself of my beautiful qualities to help me keep on pressing. Such as, I am beautiful on the inside and out. I am unique. I am real and authentic. Yeah. I'm not like everybody else, 'cause I'm me, and that's alright. I am lovable, I am loving, and I am loved. Yeah, I am healthy, and I am wealthy. So until my father called me home, I guess I can't be deported, but I'm gonna be imported right here, right now, and enjoy my day, and I hope you do too. Peace.
Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face up. Look at him. Let them see you. This is him. Look at it. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again.
Giving you the ID, I showed it to you.
So what?
I showed you the ID.
You do what?
I showed you the ID.
Could you let me see the ID again? Huh?
No.
No? Will someone else ask him for the ID? Will you ask him for it? He won't let me see it again. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. They didn't see it.
Hey y'all, what's up? Back like I ain't got a wisdom tooth pull. What's up? Feel funny, but what's up? How y'all doing? I'm back. Honestly, y'all, I was back like 2:00 yesterday, to be honest. I really was, but I was like, okay, it's not morning no more, so I'll just come back tomorrow. But I'm here, and we got to discuss this Diddy trial. And as it pertains to this Diddy trial, if you were on the live here this week, and I told y'all that they was going to drag y'all. I told y'all they were going to drag Cassie. I told y'all. Y'all already know why I'm here. Y'all already know how I feel about it. Since the testimony has been coming out, these are my only words to the naysayers in the chat. Y'all already know what it's hitting for. Just get in line and take your lick.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
One more time.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
I told y'all they was about to drag her down to the ground. Oh, and by the way, I also told y'all that she ain't as innocent as she make herself out to be. And we gonna get into it. Oh, yeah, we gonna get into it. We gonna get into the Miss Innocence. I am lovable and I am kind. Miss Innocence, who hopped from Ryan Leslie to Diddy. And not that that I'm condoning this, because I don't condone this behavior. But it seems to me now I understand. Now I see the context as to why Diddy was popping upside the back of the head. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tina, roll up, fat. Roll up. We about to get into it. Oh, yeah. Roll up, fat. Don't worry about it. We about to get into it. But before we get into that, shout out to everybody in the building. I apologize for not being here yesterday. I had to get one wisdom tooth pulled. It was a wisdom tooth on this side of my jaw that grew out the side of my gum. It got a cavity and they had to pull it. It literally took them 5 minutes to pull it out, y'all. It literally was the most painful part is them numbing me because they didn't put me under. But neither here nor there. I'm back, one tooth less, but still, we're gonna get right back into the show. And because I missed y'all yesterday, I'm thinking tomorrow I might do a morning Joce just for the trial purposes to catch up on today's trial because I'm behind. So a lot of people are doing day of coverage, like Mims, Armand. Shout out to Armand Wiggins. Listen to me and listen to me good. The way Armand Wiggins broke down this trial, bar none. Yesterday's video. If you haven't, when you get a chance to get off of here, go to Armand Wiggins' video yesterday, the one he did last night about the trial. Bar none, top tier. Very top tier. We're going to get into the whole Diddy thing, but I'm a day behind. So tomorrow I might come back and do today's what came out today. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got to get into the show, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Before we get into the Diddy trial, I have a few things I want to discuss with y'all. As it pertains to this, we're going to talk about Smokey charges turning into criminal charges with the SA. Then we're going to talk about Tory Lanez's father speaking out about how severe his injuries were in prison. Then we got to talk about DDG losing custody of Halo, or temporary custody, and Chris Brown being arrested. Then we'll get right into the video. Y'all get in here, get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. Please, please, please get the likes up on the video. We got to get right into the show. Now, I want to start the show off really quickly because I don't want to do too much. So I want to start off on a good foot. No, Nikki. But I want to start off and talk about let's get Chris Brown out the way. So Chris Brown was reportedly arrested. And this is crazy because it kind of gives me more Rock Nation tease. Y'all already know how I feel about Rock Nation. Rock Nation has a lot of things going on around Rock Nation. And honestly, I don't trust them at all. It seems like a very deep, dark, demonic force, but neither here nor there. The day after, so this is how it went. I'm gonna give you the timeline. So Tory gets announced that he was stabbed in prison. Then the following day, his attorneys did a press conference, and in said press conference, the attorney said, not only was he stabbed, we found out he didn't do this. This was all Kelsey. Right after that, Chris Brown says, free Tory. He posted it. I put it in the video at the dollhouse. Y'all go check it out. The next day, Chris Brown gets arrested in the UK for a 2023 incident. Now, some of y'all might call that a coincidence. If you've been here long enough, y'all know how I feel about coincidences. They don't exist. They're not real. Okay? But ultimately, at the end of the day, he was arrested the following day, and we're going to get right on into it. Oh, and by the way, they're holding him. They're not letting him out. Take that information and do with it as you please. According to reports, Chris Brown was reportedly arrested in Manchester, England for allegedly attacking a music producer with a bottle at a London nightclub in February of 2023. He was taken into custody around 2 a.m. at the Lowry Hotel. So he just literally got arrested because when they first put this out, they made it seem like he just popped somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? They made it seem like something just fell out of the sky and he just popped somebody. Whole T, this is something that happened in February of 2023. And to the people, I found that there's a group of people who don't like Chris Brown, and it's the same people who don't like DDG. It's the same people who don't like Diddy. It's the same group of women who are told how to think, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, a lot of women were glad. Oh, that's so good for him. God is working overtime. Look at God. Oh, this is so great. And I'm just sitting here saying, and a lot of people live in misery. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But as of this morning, new news came out. And they say he don't have no bail. They not letting him out. It says Chris Brown denied bail, must remain in police custody until June court date. So basically, he's going to be in police custody until June. Now, I don't know when or if he's still in the midst of the concert, but we're only in May. I'm going to be honest, you guys. I got to be honest, and I got to tell y'all how I truly feel. This has Rock Nation written all over it.
You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it.
Amen.
The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Ta and Alex Bart.
They met on Saturday before.
They met with our witness. And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutors in the LAPD's office. Tell me how there's no fingerprints. My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to be a record today. That Rock Nation, you will crumble. I am an apostle of God, and you will know who I am.
That's right. Say that, man.
This has Rock Nation written all over it. Y'all do know Meg pays attention to everybody in the media. She literally put bloggers in her documentary. She literally put bloggers, not just the big ones, the regular ones. So she watches everything. Rock Nation watches everything. So he gets to the UK and immediately is arrested for an incident that happened 2 years ago. Not only that, they won't even give him bond. This has Rock Nation written all over it. This has Rock Nation written all over it. Free Chris. I hope Chris gets out. I think that he does at least deserve a bond, unless they try to pull he was on the run for the past 2 years. And by that logic, I understand him not getting a bond. But I just find it odd, and awkward that now all of a sudden Chris is in jail and now he can't get out. Y'all better wake up. I'm telling you, I don't know how many times I need to say this, but I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face, and I'm black, so that's hard to be. It works when it's in favor of your fave. Listen. Because a lot of you niggas is hard-headed. A lot of black people are hard-headed. Oh, they so hard-headed. This is how I know we the people of the Bible, because them folks in the Bible was just as hard-headed. Lord knows they was. It works when it's for your fave. But when it's not in your favor, you will have a change of thought and a change of heart. I promise you. Watch. It's coming. It's coming. All this rallying and championing y'all be doing to get people jacked up is coming to a home and a theater and a neighborhood and a courtroom near you. Watch. I ain't gonna beat a dead horse. Just watch. And when it does, shut up. Don't you open your mouth. Take your lick. The way y'all rally around these celebrities just because they celebrities, and the way y'all rally around the BS that these celebrities be doing just because you like the music or the art or whatever it is, it's gonna come to your front door. Be mindful. And when it does, take your lick. Watch. All y'all champion the lawsuits. Watch when they start suing you in the comments, soldier boy. All y'all champion these people getting arrested. Watch when y'all start getting arrested. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. When it come to a city, a home, in a state near you, take your lick. That's all I'm gonna say. But with that being said, I don't know if he's in the middle of his concert as far as Chris Brown. I don't know what's been going on. But at the end of the day, Rock Nation looks very, very guilty. Everybody who surrounded Rock Nation, if anybody messed with them, Rock Nation has turned out to be the mafia, if you ask me. Anybody who say anything disparaging against their people or anybody who disagree with them, it seems like they all of a sudden bad things start happening. Mark my word. Mark my word. I don't know what's going on with his concert. Hopefully he can get out. I don't know. He's in the UK, so y'all already know how it goes. All right. Now, I want to move on. Since we on Chris Brown, let's get into Tory Lanez since we on Rock Nation. So Tory Lanez, y'all know he was stabbed in prison 19 times. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. I think he was stabbed in prison 19 times. And within those 19 times, a lot of people thought that basically, he's not doing that bad. He all right. Even though it was said that he was in critical condition, the same dad who was just on that video has come out to speak and give us more detail on what was happening in that situation. First of all, shout out to the daddy. Ain't Tory and them Jamaican or something? Let me tell you something. Y'all can say what y'all want, and a lot of people can feel how they feel because they feel how they feel about their faves or whatever the case may be. Let me say this. Tory and his daddy and them is on code. Tory Lanez and his daddy are on code. They're on code for sure. These people are very in tune with Black and spirituality. And this is not just what I'm just now noticing. I'm even talking about from the beginning. These people are on code. These are not, you know what I mean, bad people like, most may think because of the media. Okay? Let's get into what the daddy has said as it pertains to his son and his injuries.
Superficial wounds. He was stabbed 14 times.
Let me say this. Somebody's saying they're Canadian, but they're Black. Unless their lineage goes back to Canada hundreds of years, which I don't know, they probably came or immigrated or migrated from somewhere else. That's why I'm asking where they're from. So yeah, they Canadian now because they live in Canada, but they more than likely, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know this, but a lot of Caribbeans, especially Jamaicans in particular, but a lot of Caribbeans went up to Canada. A lot of Caribbeans went to Canada. So that's why I'm saying I heard he was one of the Caribbean people. I heard Jamaican. Somebody else said something else. I'm not sure. But a lot of Caribbean people went to Canada. A lot of Black Americans went up to Canada too when they were running away from, a lot of stuff going on in New Orleans, girl. In America. Sorry about that. Let's get back into it.
5 times in his back. 1 under his left cheekbone. In fact, his jaw was open. He was stabbed twice in the back of his head, and the rest in his torso, arms, and in his chest. It may seem sensational, but thankfully, like Dr. King, it was close to his heart, but did not penetrate. After that, he was being rushed to a facility nearby in a vehicle in which he said, and I quote, "Dad, I thought it was my last. And having made my peace with God, I said, okay, God, is this how it's supposed to end for me?" But God said no. God told him, "Do not give up," in the car, upon which he turned to the attending officers and he said, "You must get me to wherever is the closest place that I can get to. I'm bleeding out here. My boat," he didn't even know his lungs had collapsed. All he knows is that he couldn't breathe. He could hardly speak. Upon which the officer turned around and looked at him and said, "Nah, we got to take him. He has to be airlifted." And thankfully, to God be the glory, he was airlifted. I want to report to you that I am very thankful to all of the attending nurses, doctors, did not suffer superficial wounds. He was stabbed 14 times, 5 times in his back.
All right, so y'all heard that. So basically, he was saying that those wounds weren't superficial. They weren't just random, regular. What he's saying is his son suffered 14 stab wounds, and the wounds that he suffered were life-threatening. His lung collapsed, according to the father, okay? So it wasn't just oh yeah, he was stabbed and move on. The father, what he's saying is this was a very serious situation here. And basically, he doesn't want that taken lightly. Now, remember, Tory's attorneys are now asking that he be released, or at least a new trial, so that he can be released, or whatever the case may be. So if, and it wouldn't surprise me if this happens, but if it turns out that the conviction is overturned and Tory is released, first of all, a lot of people are going to be mad, and I get that. But ultimately, if it comes that he's released, then it would literally tell y'all, because I seen a lot of the Meg people pushing the goalposts, moving the goalposts, talking about, well, it don't really matter because the girl still got shot. Y'all was trying to make it seem like the girl got shot. Didn't get shot. She didn't get shot, first of all. She got hit by shrapnel. Let's start there first. Because if she got shot, she wouldn't be twerking. Let's start there first. However, yes, she was injured. Yes, something happened to her. The issue wasn't that nothing happened to her. I think the biggest issue for most people was they were saying that it was one person when a lot of people felt like that person didn't do it and it was the other person. I think that's what it was. But at the end of the day, it's giving Rock Nation again. It's giving Rock Nation again. It's giving whenever we can't get our way, we physically come in and make it our way, make it enough tight tees. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it's giving, but who knows? This is Rock Nation. This is Rock Nation we're talking about here. Okay? Speaking of Rock Nation, we can move right into DDG. I think that is sick and disgusting and ugly how many women are championing for DDG. Oh, no. Before we move to that too, before we move over, I got to show y'all this too. Also, there was a petition, I guess, signed to get Tory out of jail. And as of yesterday morning, it was at over 100,000 signatures on there. This is the petition. So if y'all want to go and support, go over there and sign the petition. I won't be signing the petition. I'm going to just watch. But if you guys want to, there's a petition on Twitter, I think it is, or maybe on this post. I'm not sure. But y'all go check out the petition to get him out of jail. But back to where I was. DDG. Now, girl, I done took myself smooth out the whole camera. My bad, y'all. I hit the wrong back button. So the amount of people, my apologies, the amount of people who are championing for baby Halo to not be around his daddy is sick. And it gives me misery wants loves company type tease because, and I'm going to tell you why I say that. The reason I say that is because a child needs both his mother and his father, him or her. And a lot of people can get on here and say what they believe. Oh, he just was using the baby for clout. But y'all won't say the same thing about Beyonce. But, oh, he just was using the baby for streams. But when women do it, I don't hear nothing about it. At the end of the day, that boy should not be losing, unless something happened. I don't think that he should be losing custody of his child. And there was so many women who was just so excited. Nanny boo boo. That's why Holly got custody, as if Holly's mouth is a prayer book. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with her because I don't know that girl. But it's just like we be on the outside looking in, and myself included. So I'll add me into it. But we be mostly on the outside looking in, trying to give our opinions on stuff that we don't really truly know. Not me, not you, not none of us. We all on here speculating. But the fact that boy lost temporary custody to his child, I thought that was messed up. Because at the end of the day, you can tell Halo love his daddy, and that baby and his daddy love him. DDG love him. Like, I just think that's sick that people would champion him losing custody of his child. It is giving me misery love company tease. It's giving me, I'd rather see him with just a single mother. And a lot of Black women, we have internalized things. We have made ourselves believe that that's actually a great way of being raised. I don't want that to go over nobody's head. Black women have normalized being a single parent, and we have lied to ourselves and told ourselves that that is a wonderful way to raise children. Even though we know on a day-to-day basis that it's hard. Granted, being a mother is fulfilling, but it's hard and you need help. But we have internalized and conceptualized single motherhood to where we really, really think, we truly think in our head that it's cool and it's productive to just be a single mother. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. Now, I'm not saying you got to be with no nigga. I ain't saying you got to get married or none of that. But to have two productive, active parents is the best thing for any child. Let me say that again, because I don't want to just say two parents, because I know a lot of people who had two parents who ended up just as bad. Having two active and productive parents is the best way to raise a child. I'm not saying that you got to go run behind a nigga to make him the daddy. I'm not saying that you got to go find somebody just to say you have a daddy in the house. I'm saying when you have a situation where there's two active parents, those are the best outcome. Those are the best situations where a child can have a better outcome in the future. That's all I'm saying. So the fact that we was always sitting up here and everybody clapping the fact that DDG lost partial custody or lost temporary custody of his child, y'all are sick. Y'all are sick. And I saw somebody say staying with an abusive parent. I agree. You should not stay with an abusive parent. You should not. If your partner, woman or man, if you are a person and you are a single parent, whether you're a woman or man, if your partner is abusive, yes, you should get as far away from that partner as possible. But that's you. That don't always necessarily mean the child. You get it? I get it. As a mother, I wouldn't want my child around my ex if he was beating on me. But at the end of the day, the court has to decide that. That ain't for me. Okay? And let's just put it like this. Most of us don't believe that DDG doing nothing bad to that baby. Like physically or doing nothing bad to that baby. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. Most of y'all, put a 1 in the chat if you think DDG is abusing Halo in any way, shape, or form. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't believe that. I'm just trying to see something. And this is regardless if you like DDG, if you like Haley or not. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that DDG is abusing that baby in any way, shape, or form, or put a 2 in the chat if you think he's not. I'm just trying to see something. I'm not talking about Haley. I'm talking about the baby. I'm not talking about Haley. I'm talking about the baby. The Haley and DDG thing, that's grown folks. They got to deal with that. I'm talking about the baby. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's abusing that baby in any way, shape, or form. Put a 2 in the chat if not. The fact of the matter is, even the people who hate DDG will literally get on here and say, I don't think he's abusing that baby. He hasn't done anything to show. He hasn't done any single thing to show y'all he's abusing that baby. So why are we clapping for him not being in the child's life? Y'all are sick. If he was abusing the baby, then yeah, keep him away from the baby. He not even doing nothing to the baby. And y'all really just off of what y'all reading on the internet, y'all happy that he's not able to get in the baby's life. Y'all have a problem. Y'all crazy. Being a child raised by two parents, having two parents in the home, I'm telling you from experience, is better for long-term adulthood and childhood. It just is. It just is. I know how to deal with men because I watched my daddy. I know what a real man looks like because I watched my daddy. I watched my daddy take care of my mama for 40-something years. I know what a real man looks like because I had it. I seen it every day, every single day. I know what a mama looks like. I know what a woman looks like. Because guess what? Every day I watched my mama get up and cook breakfast and make sure we went off to school and made sure when we came home, we did homework and make sure she had dinner on the stove when we came home and made sure that we went out and did family vacations during the summer and made sure that we had on good clothes and we were bathed and we were fed. So I know what both sides of the field looks like. I'm not guessing. I know it. I experienced it. I lived it. So coming from that environment and also being a single mother, because I had to divorce my daughter's father, also being a single mother, I understand both sides. And I'm going to tell you right now, being a single mother is hard. It sucks sometimes. The most fulfilling thing that you'll ever have. But it sucks. And if any woman get on here and act like being a single woman and a single mother, especially if you got multiple kids, is the bee's knees and the best thing that ever happened to you a bald head lie. Ask any of your mamas. Ask your mamas. Ask them all in all, was being a single mother the best thing? And they'll tell you no. As a single mother who was one, no. It's not. That shit hard. Don't get me wrong. It's not all the way bad. It's not all the way bad. Because especially when you get to the end of the tunnel, you can look back and be like, bruh, it was crazy, but I'm so happy things went X, Y, and Z. I get that. I'm with you on that. But I'm talking about as you going through it day to day to day. That shit hard, bro. And I don't care if you got money or not. It's hard. And then y'all wonder why these boys grow up and hate their mamas. Y'all got to stop. Okay, let's get into it. DDG's son gets taken away. Some girl on TikTok makes this video, right? She makes the video. Ha, nanny, boo, boo. DDG can't see his son. Woo, de woo. Aha. He responds. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to burp on y'all. But he responds to the video, and then she does a response to him because he looking at her saying, basically, you don't know what you're talking about. And in the video, it wasn't even the fact that she responded. It was the way she responded and her saying, aha, you can't even speak. Because in the court order, it said that he can't even speak on his child. He can't stream with the baby for now. He can't do nothing. He can't speak on the baby. He can't speak on Haley. He can't do nothing. And look at the part that got me. Aha, you mad because I could speak on the child and you can't. Y'all really think this shit is a flex? Another child could potentially grow up without his daddy. And this is great. This is good. This is what we're all rooting for. This is what we're all rooting for, right? Let's get into it. Get the lights up.
The reason why DDG has chosen to go to the internet instead of the courtroom is because he knows that if he takes Holly to court, her lawyers are 100% going to put in that petition that neither one of them can post a baby.
What? How the hell can you tell him he can't post his kid, bro? Like, where the f*** start getting his knowledge from?
So before she starts, she's basically saying in the original video, and he stitched it or he responded to it. She was like, in the reports, it says that he can't report on the baby. He can't post the baby, stuff like that. He responded, was like, where are y'all getting this from that I can't post on the baby? This is her response.
Not only did a judge just grant Hallie a restraining order, he ordered that DDG not post his child and the child cannot be on the stream. Now that was me. That was him watching my video on his stream, telling me where the hell did I get my knowledge from? Where did you get yours from? Where did you get yours from? Being right feels so good. Being right feels so good. I wonder if he's going to comment on this video like he commented on the last video. That video. I wonder if he's going to comment on this one. Can he even comment on it? Because I'm talking about his son. And he can't talk about his son on the internet. Or is he just going to violate the order and potentially lose custody of his child if he's not following the court orders? I wonder if he's going to do that. I wonder if he's going to address the fact that he put his hands on a woman while he's sitting on the internet playing freaking victim. Very manipulative. Like I said in my video, everything that he did was very calculated. But you know what? I don't have to say anything because I was already right. My first video clearly still stands.
The reason why DDG has chosen to go to the internet instead of the courtroom is because he knows.
All right. Yeah, this is an old video. I didn't realize his hair was long. Anyway, I guess she's just a TikToker commenting on the situation. But again, and nothing was really wrong with the video until she was like, but you can't comment on your kid, but I can. Yeah, they baiting them for sure, Monique. They baiting them. But why is that a flex? Why is that a flex? Like, oh, you gonna violate the order and speak on him because you can't, and I can. Aha, woo woo woo. Like, that's not a good thing. That's really not. Like, the internet is making people literally sick in the brain. But again, her going back and forth with DDG, I don't really care about. But I think it was her celebrating the fact that he has a situation where he can't speak on the baby or he can't talk about the baby, and her baiting him, like somebody just put in the chat, her baiting him into saying something so he could lose custody of the baby and things of that nature. It's just giving, like, even as a commentator, I don't know if y'all know this, but you'll rarely hear me celebrating somebody not being able to see their kid, mother or father. But you'll rarely hear that. And the reason being is because I understand the importance of both parents in children's lives. Okay? And that's why I be having issues with that. But again, right, sipping the hot tea, that's a whole other thing. What happened to kids off limits? I told y'all that was capped from the beginning. I told y'all that kids ain't never been off limits. Them women who get the windmilling and acting crazy behind somebody saying something about their kid, they just be needing a reason to fight, girl. Them people don't care about no kids being off no limits. Because I could literally gaslight the people like they do when I be talking about Rockhead, right? I could literally say the fact that this girl is speaking negatively on Halo, speaking about him not being able to see his father, that is ridiculous. Kids are off limits. You see what I'm saying? I could literally gaslight her the same way they be gaslighting everybody else. But neither here nor there. Remember, Haley is also a Rock Nation person. She under Beyonce and Jay-Z and them. You feel what I'm saying? This another Rock Nation production here. With the DDG thing. Oh, yeah. And it is temporary custody. It is a temporary order. So they have to go to court. This is a temporary order. But let me say this. First of all, Halo is just so cute. And I wish nothing but the best for Halo. He seems like a sweet baby. It's just the celebration of it all is a bit much for me. For me. The celebration of this kid not possibly, for now, being able to see his father, and the fact that we were over here laughing, no. And let me say this, I'm not one of these women who internalize other people's stuff or who project my own life onto other people. So I'm not gonna see a woman who's allegedly, because we don't know for a fact, who's allegedly been beat by DDG and then internalize it and project my past onto her. And now I hate DDG. And now I want everything bad to happen to him because it reminds me of that time that nigga knocked my head through the washing machine and dryer. Because that's what a lot of women do. That's what a lot of women do. A lot of women will get on this internet and project. Things ain't been right in your life. Every nigga you done ran across done did you dirty. Now every time a celebrity nigga get done dirty, here you go. I know it. I'm not one of them. My past is my past. Things that happen to me is what happened to me, but they ain't got nothing to do with these celebrities on this internet. And you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna project bad decisions I've made or things that happened to me in my past onto them. I'm not. And I see the girl TD talking about I never watched the stream. If you see him abusing the baby on stream, send me the link and we'll play it right now. To the girl TD, what's her name? Talking about she obviously haven't watched the stream. Send me the link. Send me the link where DDG was abusing this baby on stream. If he didn't abuse the baby, I don't need to watch the stream. Send me the link of DDG abusing that baby on stream. Show me the stream in question where DDG was doing something to that baby. And guess what? On Everything I Love, we will stop everything and we'll discuss it. We will discuss it right now. I will pause the show. We will go to the stream. We will look at the very moment he disrespected or abused this baby on stream, and we will deal with it right here and right now. But until you could do that, I don't need to watch the stream. I don't need to watch the stream. There's no reason. There's no reason. And trust and believe. If he abused that baby on stream, I ain't gonna block her. She could get in here and say what she want. If he abused that baby on stream, trust and believe that shit would have been viral AF. If he even thought or talked about abusing that baby on stream, it would have been so viral, girl. Y'all would have petitioned to have the police to go pick that boy up from his house. You feel what I'm saying? TD, I get what you're saying. Love your back, fat. Go and give me the stream to the video where he was abusing the baby. Other than that, we ain't got enough to talk about. Now, be careful with this Rock Nation stuff. I'm telling you, this Rock Nation stuff is a mess. Now, really quickly before we get into the the Diddy case, let's get into Smokey Robinson really quickly. So Smokey Robinson, I know y'all know that Smokey Robinson was being accused of essay on his maids. Do they call them maids anymore? What do they call them? Housekeepers or whatever. These Hispanic maids. Well, they turned this into criminal. At first it was civil, but now them people making this a criminal situation, baby. They want Smokey old ass locked up. Do you hear me? They want Smokey old ass locked up. And I told y'all, Smokey came out with Motown. You know, the original Diddy, Barry Gordy and them. And we all know the freak offs used to pop over there at Motown, and this is no alleged. We all know the freak offs pop off heavy down at the Motown place, okay? Now, Smokey went 100 years keeping his nose clean, but it seemed like toward the end of his life, the people said, not so fast, you green-eyed devil, you. And they got him with a charge. Now, them people want him locked up. First and foremost, Smokey is 106 years old. Who can you even put the handcuffs on him without breaking his wrists? This is a question. This man is a mummy walking around. Why is y'all trying to put him in jail? Take his money, send him on about his way. He's too old. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. Okay. Now, let's get into the situation. First of all, let's really be clear too. Smokey was cute as when he was younger. Baby. Now don't get me wrong, he always gave me tease because I think all light-skinned, really attractive men. I could be wrong. I just never dated them, so I don't know. So in my mind, this is just me in here. In my mind, all light-skinned, attractive dudes be. That's just me in my mind. Y'all know I like my niggas ugly. So, but other than that, Smokey was fine, girl. Smokey went all this time with his nose clean, all to find out he just is a freak as the rest of them. So now I'm gonna tell you what I think conspiracy theory wise. It's just the industry purging. It's just the industry purging. That's it. It's just the industry purging. They trying to get all this old money up out of here. The whole Diddy thing is about old money, getting that up out of here. They just trying to get all this old money up out of here, get all these old niggas up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? And that just is what it is. That's why all these lawsuits dropping out the window. Okay? It says a criminal investigation has been launched into sexual assault allegations against legendary singer-writer Smokey Robinson. Per NBC News, a Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department spokesperson said the investigation is in its early stages. As we previously reported, the 4 victims seek $50 million in damages. Who the hell they think they is? Chelsea Clinton? $50 million and identify the plaintiff as former housekeepers. Housekeepers, $50 million for housekeeping coochie? Smokey. One of the women alleges that she was sexually assaulted over 20 times between 2014 and 2020, according to the suit. Lawyers for the plaintiff said the investigation is linked to the lawsuit. Our clients intend to fully cooperate with LASD's ongoing investigation in the pursuit of seeking justice for themselves and others that may have been similarly assaulted by him. John Harris and Herbert Hayton. Hush, Saint. Hush. I don't think nobody. Huh. All right, I got it, baby. Thank you. I got it, P. I got it. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. Come on, sit down. Go lay down. Sorry, y'all. That's somebody outside. But anyway, so they want 50. Boy, if you don't go sit your small head ass down somewhere. Go lay down. Go find something pleasant to do. Anyways, where was I going? $50 million for bitches that do toilets and baseboards? Girl, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Now, they say he been doing this since 2014 to 2020. I ain't gonna lie. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. But what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? What I told y'all is this. You will never leave with that devil's money. Do you hear me? All these celebrities, all these people in this industry that sign their name on a dotted line, a lot of them sell their soul. They do all of these things. They bust their behind. They work hard. They do tour after tour. They do song after song, movie after movie, title after title. And when it's all said and done and it's time for them folks to close their eyes and lay it down, they leave with nothing, because the devil's money was never yours. You just borrowed it while you were here. And if you're lucky enough, you'll at least get the illusion of dying with it, because as soon as you close your eyes, we just go behind you and get it from the estate. That's if you lucky. That's if you're one of the good ones. But for the most part, we tend to let you work your whole life, and we make all the money off of you. Then we run back and snatch that money back out your hand and say, bitch, give me that. That's typically the industry. So in my opinion, it's his turn. It happens to them all. When Denzel shit come out, y'all gonna be sick. Look, when Will Smith and Denzel turn come, baby, y'all ain't gonna be able to make it. Thule said, ain't Tina Turner died with hers? The lies you tell, baby. Tina Turner married that clear man a few years before she went on to glory, and he got the money. He got the money. Baby, where you been? Where you been? Oh, yes, baby, no. Tina and them badass churn, Ike Jr., them churn ain't got that money. Oh, no. That clear man got that, baby. Yes, ma'am. Yes. What the other little boy name when she was out there taking care of them churn? Calvin. What the other little boy name? It was Ike Jr. What the other one? The other one had a hood name. Calvin or Cleveland or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he ain't gonna leave with it. He ain't gonna leave with it. You see what they did to the last security guards? Did y'all catch Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson money went to his mama estate, and they've been chipping away at that every day. Craig, that's his name. Thank you, Birchwood. That's his name, Craig. I knew when she called his name in the movie, I said, that's quite a hood name, Craig. That's his name, Craig. Y'all know every Craig I've ever met has been crazy as hell. I knew this one boy named Craig who grew up with my brother. He went to school with my brother. We all went to high school together, but Craig had one leg. Craig had one leg. But Craig mama didn't care about Craig. So my mama helped Craig get a new leg because the prosthetic he had was bad. But either way, long story short, Craig was cool. But Craig, when I would call to curse my brother out one time, he tried to act like my brother wasn't there because they was in college or whatever. And I told Craig, I said, nigga, you keep playing, I'm gonna come whoop your ass too. And Craig said, hold on, and put that nigga on the phone. But I'm saying all that to say every Craig I ever met was crazy. I never met a Craig that wasn't crazy, especially Crazy Leg Craig. We didn't call him that. I just made it up as I speak. But yeah, the Craig I know got one leg. And he crazy. Okay. Somebody say I know a crazy Craig that's a punk. What? Probably peculiar. Probably peculiar say I know a crazy Craig that's a punk. He crazy nonetheless. Hey, but look, hey, quiet as it's kept. Look, Craig ain't getting none of Tina money, baby. That clear man got that money, baby. Yes, he do. That clear man got that money, baby. Craig, Ike Jr., they'll never see $1 of that money. Do you hear me? Never see $1. But I just think it's Smokey turn. You know, he didn't. I guess they wish he was dead, so they could have just got it that way. But maybe they feel like it's taking too long for him to go in on the glory, so they just took it right now. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, oh yeah, T.S. Madison friend name is Craig. I forgot. At the end of the day, it's Smokey's turn, and I kind of do believe he was in there probably messing with them older women. I mean, with the Mexicans. I believe it. Yeah, I think he did it. Nah, it is what it is. Monique Harrison, thank you for the super chat. Says, girl, I cannot wait for you to post. This is the only place I need to get my news, period. Glad you're feeling okay after your tooth. Thank you so much, Monique Harrison. We about to get right into this Diddy stuff, baby. Thank you so much. Bougie Thug, thank you for the super chat. Says, my show is in August. You talking about Breezy? Girl, good luck. The way they holding him hostage, girl, he might not come home. Because he hit a nigga in the head with a bottle. Girl, he might not come home. I hope he come home, I guess. Free Chris? I don't know. We'll see. Pretty Johnson, thank you. Pretty Handsome, I'm sorry. Thank you for the handsome. Thank you for the super chat. And you are pretty handsome. You really are. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, handsome. And Esther Messiah, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Let me say this. Smokey Robinson going down. They want the nigga in jail. I say jail might be too much. He 112. What the he gonna do in jail? By the time he get in there, he gonna be on the way out. Do you get what I say when I say on the way out? They might as well just let the man live the rest of his 20, 60, 30 days out in these streets, take all this money and leave him on whether, you know what I mean? But anyway, we'll keep our eyes and ears peeled to the case. Let's get into Diddy. If you're just coming in here and you've been watching the trial yesterday and today, and also you've been hearing my commentary all the days prior, I do recall letting y'all know that they were going to drag Cassie in the sweet, positive image of Cassie that we all know, or Cassie that we all know will no longer be. I said that earlier this week. I said that when the prosecution had her on the stand and they were spoon feeding her and being all nice and sweet and gentle to her, I said Diddy's lawyers are gonna feel like, hey, we done paid this girl $20 million and she's still up here talking. I told you they're gonna drag her down to the ground and they're gonna mess and jack up that whole sweetest pie image that y'all have of Cassie. And guess what? For some people, it's working. But for the most part, I see a lot of people still hollering about she was groomed, she was groomed, she was groomed, she was groomed. However, that's not what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is, I told y'all they was gonna do Cassie like that. I told y'all.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Not only that, I told y'all Cassie wasn't as much as a victim as y'all made her out to be. See, the media told you Cassie was a victim, but I said if she was with this nigga for 10 whole years, it is virtually impossible for her to be a victim 10 years straight. I know what I said. I was there when I said it. I told y'all she wasn't no victim for 10 whole years. As the new stuff has come out, it comes out she was the ones asking for the freak offs.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Not only that, not only was she the one asking for the freak offs and paying for them and passing the money, She was the one initiating said freak offs, going online, doing the scouting, getting the men. Diddy, I'm horny. Diddy, hello. I need your big black in me. I want to juggle 3 or 4, and I want you to watch. Diddy. I told you niggas. Cassie is not a victim. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Cassie's not a victim. She could have been originally. I thought she was at first, till we found out she was not, in fact, with Diddy first. She was with Ryan Leslie from 19 to 21 and lied to Ryan Leslie, telling him she had a booking in Miami whole time. Diddy had his team make a fake flyer so he can get her by himself, and he took her from Ryan Leslie. But y'all want me to believe Diddy was the one who introduced her to oral sex? You a new age fool. See, this is what we not gonna do. This is what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna act like hoes don't exist. We are not going to act as if hoes don't exist. We're not going to do that. Ryan Leslie was 10 years her senior when she met him at 19. And Diddy was the one introduced her to oral sex. You are a new aged fool if you believe that. Yes, between 19 and 21, she was with Ryan Leslie, who was 10 years her senior. Ryan Leslie introduces her to Diddy, whom she fell for and had been with ever since. And Diddy was the one introducing her to oral sex. You know, the last celebrity we did this to was Whitney Houston. And Black America owes Bobby Brown an apology because the media, and this is before social media, the media had us believing that Whitney was this unsuspecting damsel in distress who was sweet and was introduced to all these drugs. This is no shade. I love Whitney down to the ground. Peace to the ancestor. But at the end of the day, it came out that that wasn't true. Whitney was the one brought a lot of the shit to Bobby. Because that's what the media does. The media makes sure that they shape the narrative of what they want you to believe about the person. And me being guilty, I thought Bobby was the worst thing that ever been shitted out of a cooch. Oh my God, how could he do this to Whitney? That lady was sweet. She was minding her business, drinking her water, doing her shows. And then here he comes. I was one of them. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I was you, how y'all is about Cassie. Oh, this is disgusting. And then you look at Bobby. He looked like a thug. He looked like he be on. You feel what I'm saying? Whole T, it was the opposite. And that's what's happening here with Cassie. Now, don't get me wrong. Did he meet her young? Yes. Was there a level of grooming there? Possibly. Possibly. I said yeah yesterday. Now I'm feeling like I should take that back. You know why I feel like I should take that back? Because from 19 to 21, she was with a man 10 years her senior. She didn't just jump off the porch with no Diddy. Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? If you think that girl jumped off the porch with Diddy, you are slow. She was with Ryan Leslie for 3 years prior. 3. And you think she jumped off the sexual porch with Diddy? Come on now. I need everybody to put their thinking caps on. Everybody put your thinking cap on. I've been 19. Everybody in the chat been 19. Let's talk about it. You a regular girl trying to get in the industry. You meet Ryan Leslie, who at the time is popping. Who at the time is popping. T. Hames said 19 don't mean you a freak. You never been 19 dealing with an older man, and it shows. You've never been a young girl dealing with an older man, and it shows. And this is no shade. Shout out to T. Hames. Let me tell you something, baby. Even when you're dealing with older men as a young girl, because I have, I'm gonna just be honest. I've always been attracted to older men. I've always been attracted to older men. As a younger girl who's dealt with older men are very advanced. Very. They've smashed girls older than you. So when they come across you, the unsuspecting duck, goose, you don't think they're about to have you doing some... Watch out. Watch out. Somebody said the trial ain't about her, and you are absolutely right. But she's the star witness, and I told y'all the other day as well. I told y'all the other day as well. It's not about her being on trial. It's about them damaging the rapport and damaging the reputation of the so-called star witness. They got to do that, because if they can prove that Cassie's case could fall apart, then all the rest of this stuff gonna fall apart. You know why? Because they're hinging upon Cassie's case being the smoking gun. They want Cassie's testimony to be the thing to prove his character. So when they bring all this other craziness up, they can say, "But look, saw what he did to Cassie?" And it's working even in real time. Even in real time. Anybody on here right now who's still on here hollering about she was groomed, that means it worked. Cassie was a whore. Cassie is. I don't know what she is because she married. She got kids. Cassie was a whore. Cassie wanted more freak offs than Diddy. Hell, it was a point in time on the stuff. Cassie got on here and told us that he basically had her sleeping with niggas on her period. She texted him, "Hey, I want to do a freak off." He saying, "I thought you was on your period." "Oh yeah, but don't worry about it. I'ma skip it." And as a woman who's been having a period since she was 13, I still don't know how you skip a period. Help me, nigga. I want to skip the next one. I want to skip the next one. Who is a woman in the chat with a period? Show me how to skip mine. I want to skip the next one. I'm just coming down off this one. I'm pretty sure the next one will be here in less than 30 days. Send me an email at Voodoo Doll Podcast. Because, see, I've seen a lot of y'all in here talking about birth control. Girl, bye. I ain't never did the pill, so I don't know. But if you know how to skip your period, please send me an email at voodoodollpodcast@gmail.com. I would love to skip the next one. As a woman who's been having a period since 13. She talking about she gonna skip the period so they could do the freak offs. But before that, when the prosecution had her on there telling her, she was on there, "Yeah, he made me do horrible things, and feces and urine and menstrual was all on the wall, and it was just, and I just couldn't handle it, and I just almost threw up." Whole time she asking to throw up. She asking to get thrown on and throw up. "I want to be gagged. I want to be choked." Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, freaky deek. My problem is buyer's remorse. That's always been my biggest problem. Buyer's remorse. And you know what else I want to say this too? The internet is fake AF. And let me tell you why. Take Cassie out of this situation and put Suki in it. How many of y'all will be on here saying that Suki? And when I say Suki, I mean take away the fact that she's been vocally slutty. If Cassie looked like Suki, y'all would not call her a victim. And the reason I know that to be a fact, because you bitches won't even call Young Miami a victim. Gole. Y'all only taking this side of Cassie because she's racially ambiguous. Yeah, black women too. She's racially ambiguous. She light-skinned and she looks innocent. But the fact of the matter is she's a whore. She's a whore. She's a whore. According to the testimony, Cassie is the freak-a-leak. She is the freak of the week. Oh, and by the way, she was the aggressor for most of this, from what we've seen. Everything she been saying been cap. She got a $20 million payment. She still got up there on the stand, but that was the worst mistake she could have made. Getting up there on the stand. You got your money, go sit your duck ass down. She lucky that the Most High saw fit to make it so that she can still procreate and have kids. All the shit I done seen, sores in the mouth. She talking about she had sores in her mouth. UTIs, so many UTIs, she can't even take antibiotics. Did y'all catch that? She said she had so many UTIs that antibiotics wouldn't even cure it. But she was still calling for more freak offs. Cassie was a flipper. A flipper who thought that all I gotta do is be nasty, low down, and dirty and funky with this nigga, and he gonna choose me, and he never did. Fast forward, he blew up Kid Cudi car because just like Ryan Leslie, Diddy introduces her to Kid Cudi, and guess what she was trying to do? Hop on that dick. That's why Diddy blew up his car. I don't condone it, but now I understand. I see. I understand. If I was Diddy, I'd blow up that nigga car too. I know how I got the bitch. And you gonna come over here and take the bitch from me? Oh no! I would blow that nigga car up too. Are you okay? And she a freak and a flipper? Oh no! And I'm a billionaire, and I got status, and I can make this whole be my personal flipper, and you just gonna come on in after I introduce you to the bitch? And you gonna go fuck her behind my back? I'll blow that nigga car up too. Are you okay? I'll blow that nigga car up too. And if you a woman in here and the shoe was on the other foot, bitch, you know you'll be down there slashing that whole tires and things of that nature. Come on now. Y'all gotta stop acting crazy and get back into real life. Y'all live on this internet too long. Let's start speaking realistically. You run across a nigga, he'll eat her. Bitch. Let's talk about it. He'll eat her. All the nasty, disgusting, filthy, nasty things you be thinking about doing, that nigga do it to you. But you met him chewing on another bitch. Let's put it in perspective. You met him chewing on another bitch, but you took him, snatched him. Bitch, give me that. You snatched him. Now yours. Bitch, you windmilling on any hoe come round the nigga because you know he a eater. And guess what? As you should. I would. Bitch, you not taking my nigga. Not my flipper. No. No. No, ma'am. Bitch, we gonna fight behind this one. And it's bigger than him. It's the principle. So that's why he blew the nigga car up. I blow that nigga car up too. And women in the chat, we know we gonna slash the bitch tires. Stop acting crazy. He did what he was supposed to do. I know how I got the bitch. You're not about to come in here and get her from me. Sorry. You're not. I know how I received the bitch. How I retrieved the hoe. I know how I got her. You're not about to come and take her. Blow that nigga shit up, man. Hey, Gene Deal. Hit up so-and-so, have him blow that nigga car up. Hey, bro. Remember what I told you I wanted you? Hey, yeah, hit that. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Let's talk about it. He was supposed to blow that nigga car up. Are y'all okay? Bitch, you about to take my eater. No, that don't go like that. You about to take my eater. Nah, you gotta go. Oh, yeah, and I don't want to hurt you. I just want to show you stop playing with me. So I'm going to blow your car up. I don't want to kill you. I'm just trying to show you, nigga, don't play with me. I'm pretty sure Kid Cudi got the whole situation and was like, okay, gotcha. No worries. I'm done with the bitch. Fast forward. Diddy hires a trainer. Guess who Cassie married? Mind you, there's text messages of her saying, I don't understand what's wrong with me. I just get around and I move on really fast, but you love me. Thank you so much for loving me because I don't know why I just move on so fast. She married the trainer Diddy hired. By that time, though, he wasn't really tripping. He had done moved on to Young Miami. And this is where Cassie feels some type of way. This is when she getting in her bag. Hold on. You mean to tell me when I first met the nigga, I hopped off of one pole onto his pole because he was bigger than the nigga who I was with. And he was supposed to give me a career. Hear me out. I hopped off Ryan Leslie's pole to Diddy pole, which was actually a step up. That was a step up for me hopping from that pole to this one, right? But on this pole, I want a career. I want a music career. This nigga is the music mogul. I want a career. And this nigga shelved me for 10 years and kept me tucked away for a freak off. And it's cool. I'm going to keep freaking off with him. I'm going to keep giving them little 1-2 yin-yings, hoping he going to let me go in the studio and put an album out. Even though I'm mildly talented. Are we having a conversation or no? I'm mildly talented. I'm mediocrely, mildly talented. I'm going with Diddy. Boom. I hop from Ryan's pole to Diddy's pole. Diddy shelved me, stick me in the corner. He don't want to spend Christmas. He don't want to spend Christmas, Thanksgiving, none of the good holidays. Valentine's Day. Every time I turn around, he round there by Kim. You feel what I'm saying? So you take my career, keep me as a freak off. I finally leave you for the doggone trainer, and then you go pick up Carisha, please, and get this bitch a podcast and put her in movies. And you got this bitch doing award shows and getting awards. Oh, yeah. 911. Who do I get in touch with to get to the FBI? I got some tea on the nigga. Who? Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy. Get him over here, stat. Thank you. I mean, that's what I would do if I was Cassie. Are y'all okay? That's what I would do. If I was in Cassie's shoes, fucking right, I'm calling them people. Yeah, nigga, you played with me and you took 10 years of my life. Yay. Hello? Yay. Get him over here. Tell him come. Now, nigga, now. I got the tape. Tell him come. That's what I would do. I'm just saying what I would do. I can't say what nobody else would do. I would do the same thing. Then the Alex Fine dude, the trainer who stole her, who I believe is her damn helper or her what do you call it? Handler. He don't give a fuck because it's a win-win for him. I could marry Cassie, help her get this money from this nigga, right? Give a fuck about what happened to her. Yeah, I'll throw a few kids in her. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pump her with 2-3 kids just to make it seem legit. Marry her, take her from him, coach her, help her to get the money from him. Now we up. We up. And all we got to do is get on Instagram and take pictures, smiling with the churn, smiling like we happy. And bitches on the internet gonna eat it up. She's so in love. She's so happy. She doesn't need Diddy. She doesn't want Diddy anymore. She's happy with her husband. Girl, she was over there trying to save Diddy on the stand. Are y'all okay? She was on the stand trying to save Diddy. Are you okay? In the chat. Are y'all okay? She don't want Diddy. She don't like Diddy. She done with Diddy. She over Diddy. Why was she over there talking about how he's talented and he's great and I did want to be with him? Girl, your husband is right there, bitch. Your husband right there. What you mean he talented? He talented? Bitch, have you lost your mind? Are you okay? Talented? Yes, I was in love with Sean. Yes, I was jealous of Kim. Oh, don't get me started on the Kim shit. Remember, in the memoir, whether Kim wrote it or not, it was said that she laughed at Kim when Diddy was popping Kim upside the head. Remember that? She laughed at Kim when Diddy was popping Kim upside the head. Cassie, in her mind, Cassie threw it off. Something wrong with Cassie in her brain. Cassie, in her mind, said she thought that she was number one and Kim was number two. But it turns out that was a lie because he was spending all the Christmases over there by Kim. Bitch, if you ever want to know where you fall in line with a nigga, find out where he spent Christmas and Valentine's Day. That'll tell you. If he don't spend a night Christmas Eve night and wake up with you Christmas morning, you ain't the one. If he ain't over at your house early for Valentine's Day and staying late, you ain't number one. If the pajamas ain't matching the night before, you ain't number one. Okay? I was just your freak off friend. You don't really care about me, Sean. Sean, you don't really care about me. I'm just here for freak offs. Duh, you're a flipper. That's what flippers do. That's what flippers do. You a flipper, bitch. You just fine and bad, and everybody wants you. That's the only difference. But you a flipper. You a flipper. Your job is to get flipped. You just happen to be a bad flipper. But you a flipper. No, you're not coming around me and my kids. You a flipper. I watched a nigga pee in your mouth. No, you not coming around me and my churn. Are you okay? My bad, y'all. I watched a nigga do the most heinous, disgusting things to you, on you, for you, and in you. You ain't never gonna come around my family. Are you okay, bitch? No, you a flipper. You supposed to stay back there and get flipped. I'm gonna call you after the club, after the after party. That's when I'm gonna call you, because you a flipper. I love you though. Because I've been around you for years. So I fell in love with you. So when I say I love you, I really do love you. I do care about you. But you's a flipper. You don't get to come around the kids. I don't impregnate you. You a flipper. You a flipper. You don't get Christmas. No. You don't get no Christmas trees and all of that. No. No. You a flipper. Flippers don't get those things. You get it? Cassie is a flipper. Well, she was. I don't know what she is right now. When she was with Diddy, she was a flipper. Okay? And let this be a lesson to you young hoes and even some of you old hoes in the chat. You think you could keep a nigga with your coochie? Go ahead on. It never works. It never works. Why you think so many niggas cheat? Coochie be the last thing they look for long term. Look, why you think all these niggas be cheating? Coochie is the last thing they look for when they looking for long term. She's a flipper. Her saying, admitting on the stand that she was jealous of Kim was enough for me. That was a lot for me to take in. That was a lot for me to take in. She literally came out and was like, yeah, I was jealous, not only of her, but of the girl Gina too. Now, Gina is the Asian girl who did the interview with Tasha K, who's making it seem like he was just the worst thing and he had beat her head between the washing machine and dryer. But apparently she ain't never going nowhere because she got into it with Young Miami, and Young Miami said, I'm going to make Diddy put you on your knees and turn you into an eater. So the Gina girl, and not only that, Cassie got a best friend that he liked it, that she was jealous of. I don't know why it's keep going on mute, but she jealous of Kim. She probably was happy, not even happy, but relieved when Kim was unalived. Shout out to Armand Wiggins. And let me tell you why. He was the only one who came on here and straight up said it like it was. Mims did a great job too. Shout out to Mims. Mims did a great job. Mims, Mims is so nice, but I liked Armand. He was just straight up like, girl, the cackle and the key was she was a whore. Because she was. Before we get into his a little bit of some of the stuff he said, because I want y'all to go watch it. I want to go over some of the testimony that we saw yesterday. And we will be on. Before we get into that. So Dawn Richard and Aubrey O'Day is supposed to testify today. Remember, this is a RICO charge. They're trying to say that Diddy was sex trafficking people back and forth all through America and beyond, right? This is what the charge is. Dawn, unless she can speak to witnessing him trafficking, I don't care about what he did to Dawn. And let me tell you why. Shout out to Dawn from New Orleans. But let me tell you why I don't give a damn. Because Dawn, you stayed. When Aubrey was telling you hoes, and I'm calling y'all hoes because I don't know y'all names personally. But when Aubrey O'Day was telling you bitches the type of time Diddy was on, Dawn, you and the other little weird looking black girl, you hoes stayed. And y'all hoes stayed for a long time. Oh, and by the way, according to Dawn said she knew she was getting selected for making a band before the show even aired because she was already going to get a deal with him. She was already pre-selected. So my question to Dawn is, what the do you want now? I don't want to hear Dawn get on this stand talking about her relationship with Diddy or talking about the things, him taking her money. I don't give up. What do you have to bring in relation to the RICO case? Because bad enough, Cassie's whole testimony, really to me, outside of character, has nothing to do with this trafficking BS. What does Dawn have to add to the trafficking? If you don't have nothing to add to the trafficking, I don't want to hear your mushroom head talk either. Okay? I don't. I'm tired of it. Dawn, you stayed too long. I don't care. I really don't. Aubrey, I would love to hear her, but I hope that she has something to add to the trafficking case. I don't care about what he did in Danity Kane. He's not on trial for what happened to Danity Kane. He's not on trial for that. I don't care. We've heard it for years and years and years. I'm hoping that these girls get up here and add to trafficking so we can get the RICO off. Because so far, we haven't gotten there yet. So far, we haven't gotten there yet. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Please and thank you. So I don't care to hear Dawn and what she has to say. Megan Cunniff says, singer Dawn Richard will testify against Sean Diddy Combs tomorrow. Richard was part of Danity Kane girl group founded by Combs, and she was in Dirty Money Band. Richard is suing Combs for SA. She says she's witnessed him repeatedly abuse Cassie. Let me say something else about this abuse too. Because I think somebody else said that they were fighting each other, and sometimes he would abuse Cassie, and sometimes Cassie whatever. Y'all gonna victimize this girl until she can't be victimized no more. Cassie was a victim to an extent, but as a whole, Cassie was not a victim. Let's move on. Okay, he beat her ass. Until we get to a domestic violence case, I don't care about that. That's not why we're here. Duh, we saw he whipped her ass. We synced it. We don't need Dawn to come on here and tell us that he done beat the piss out of Cassie. We synced it. We saw it. I don't need your testimony for that. What I need you to do is come on here and tell us about this trafficking, girl. Tell us about the time you saw him bring a bitch in handcuffs or tied up like this with a gag in her mouth, dragging the bitch under the tunnel or something. Come on here and tell us that. Other than this, what are we here for? What are you here for? I don't know what this is about, but this is what they're saying. Dawn and Aubrey is going to testify. I'll keep my ears to the streets for that. Now, I want to get into a few of the things that were said really quickly. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please. Get the likes up. Cassie testifies that Diddy overdosed on opiates in 2012 after having a freak off, going to a sex club and then a Playboy mansion. Says the two called each other get high partners. So Diddy apparently OD'd in 2012 that none of us knew about. But if he was leaving the Playboy mansion, you weren't going to hear about it because this is the clear people now. Now we talking status. Remember, white isn't a color, it is a status. And when we talking about Hugh Hefner and the Playboy mansion, do you think they were going to have any type of negative pub or any type of negative press played on the Playboy mansion? You would have never heard about it. You would have never heard about it. So that's why you didn't know nothing about this. And that's why I never heard about it, because it was connected to Hugh Hefner. Them people didn't play like that. Them people don't play like that. Okay? So that's why we didn't hear about it. Because y'all, what Hugh said is, I refuse to have you bitches get on here and say he left the Playboy mansion in OD, the lies you tell. Okay? So that's why we didn't hear about it. Now, it says more details continue to come out as Cassie testifies on the stand during cross-examination. She talked about several things, but today we learned about an alleged overdose, right? Now, mind you, all this is doing is making it seem like Diddy has a problem with drugs, which helps his case. Diddy's legal team asked Cassie if her and Diddy refer to each other as get high partners. She confirmed, yes, we did. She says it was also revealed that Diddy told LA drug dealers not to sell to her. More shockingly, Cassie says that back in 2012, Diddy was on a strong opiates, and in February of that year, tragedy struck. She says they had a freak off and went to a sex club. Afterwards, Diddy went to the Playboy mansion for a party alone. She testifies that later that night, she helped take him to a hospital where she learned he overdosed. Cassie also confirmed that there were no drugs in the body in the baby oil used for freak offs. Remember, there was a previous lawsuit where Diddy was accused of adding GHB to lubricants. What are your thoughts? Let's break this down. Him not wanting the drug dealers to sell to Cassie. Do you know why that is? Because he knew he had a flipper on his hands. And he knew when this bitch get high, that coochie get the churning. Come on, let's put it in perspective. This my flipper. I done had to blow up niggas' cars behind my flipper. I'm going to fight behind my flipper. I done hang niggas over the balcony behind my flipper. This is my flipper. But I know how my flipper get when that shit get in her. You feel what I'm saying? So what I got to do is make sure the bitch don't get high when I'm not there. Because I seen how I got the bitch. She keep trying to slither out of my hands. I got to keep this whole sober unless I'm around to make sure she ain't wilding out. Because this my flipper. So he went and told the drug dealers, don't sell her no drugs. Because he knew the bitch was so nasty and freaky, she might be out there fucking for pills. He don't know. So nah, don't sell her nothing. And who knows, even if she ain't doing it for it, she might get it and then go get high because she hitting him up, texting him, hey, babe, I'm so high and horny. I'm so high. Hello, I'm high and horny. Babe, I need that big black cock. Babe, bring me that big black cock. I'm high and horny. You think he had time to have this bitch texting the next nigga? She high and horny. Bring that big black cock. Are you okay? Hell no. Hey, bro, don't sell her nothing. If I find out you selling her something, I'm gonna pop you upside your head. All right, bro. But niggas was still selling. She probably was over there paying for it, if you know what I mean. Okay. So Diddy was telling the people not to sell to her because she is a flipper. I'm not gonna, no. And I'm not slut shaming. I'm not anti this and anti that. I'm just calling a thing a thing. They have hoes in the world. They got bitches in the world. They got women in the world. They got girls in the world. They got sluts in the world. They got, she just happened to fall in one of those categories. She's a flipper. She's a flipper. So yeah, he told the drug dealers not to sell no drugs to her. Fast forward. Then it says that he was on opiates coming from the Playboy Mansion. Like I told y'all would have never heard that because they don't want that bad publicity on the Playboy Mansion. Okay, so you would have never heard that. So that's why you didn't hear about the Playboy Mansion stuff. Then she claims that there's no drugs used in the baby oil, at least the ones that she was using. Okay, girl. But it seemed to me like they both drug addict freaks. And according to how they're trying to make this whole trial go, from how they're trying to do it, the defense is trying to paint the picture that he be high on drugs, she be high on drugs. Whenever they come down off the drugs and they get the withdrawing, them hoes get to fighting. They just some toxic ass DV couple who like freaky and fighting. They like freaking and fucking. The two F's. Straight up. And to be completely honest, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. And I saw another lady put out a lawsuit talking about his thing as small as a Tootsie Roll. Now, don't get me wrong. When I first saw that headline, immediately I said, it sounds about right if he watching her get jacked off. Because I don't know if y'all explore porn the way that I do. Because I sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I've gone into, whatever site just to search because I'd be curious. But if you ever watch those type of porns, right, where it's a clear man typically and his wife getting banged by the BBC, he typically got a little, and he in the corner like this. Y'all know I ain't lying. If you ever seen it, if you haven't seen it, go to X videos or go to Pornhub and come back. Listen. Typically, when it's a clear man, you can tell he got money and he got a young hot wife. Typically, when she getting the BBC, he in the corner like this. So when I heard that's what Diddy was doing, I say sound about right because from what I had seen from my researches, typically, you feel what I'm saying? So the lady came on here and said he had a Tootsie Roll, and I said, sound about right. Sound about right. Now, according to Cassie, I feel like that's cap. Because according to Cassie, when she was asking him for the big black cock, she didn't call it that. She made it seem like he had a log he was working with. Oh, honey, Diddy, babe, I was just resting and I opened my eyes and thought of your cock. And it's so big and black and I just need it. So I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just telling y'all what they said, okay? So is it a Tootsie Roll? Probably. But we don't know. The jury's still out because according to Cassie, it was a BBC. Okay? Now, maybe she was just saying that, because I know how it is. I'm the same way. I got to be honest. I told y'all I be lying sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When I've been with men in the past, I lie. I would. You feel what I'm saying? I told y'all the time the nigga caught me in the middle of. Because look, I started moaning on cue. And then one time he wasn't pumping and I was still going. And that nigga said, and I said, what? It took me about 3 before I realized he wasn't pumping. He said, I ain't even doing nothing. I said, oh, my bad. Needless to say, it was awkward and it ended. But neither here nor there. I understand. I'm saying that to say I understand how I feel to be lying. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's what we do. Sometimes we got to do that just to. So maybe she lying. I don't know. But I'm just saying from my experience, I would have lied too and called it a big black car. You feel what I'm saying? Whole time you feel what I'm saying? Just to make them feel good. Sometimes little white lies don't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. Okay? Fast forward. So then it comes out, she was over there messing with Michael B. Jordan. Now, Armand brought this out yesterday when he was on his live, and he said, wait a minute, didn't Diddy go with Lori Harvey? Help me out. Was Diddy with Lori Harvey before or after the Diddy/Cassie thing happened? That's what I want to know. Because you know they all screw each other, right? They all screw each other. It says, now how Michael get in it? During the defense cross-examination on Thursday afternoon, Cassie testified Diddy once accused her of having an affair with actor Michael B. Jordan. Cassie stated she once called off her relationship with Diddy in 2015, and during that time, the mogul suspected she had a romantic relationship ensuing with Michael B. Jordan. And this is another thing too. Girl, look at it. Oh, that's a... Sorry, y'all. That was the fire department. Listen, in Diddy's defense, he has every right to be super jealous. He got his flipper taking her from somebody else, and every time he turned around, his flipper trying to go to another nigga. So I honestly, Diddy had a right to be jealous. He didn't have a right to put his hands on her, but he had the right to be jealous. Okay? So it says Cassie stated that once called off her she once called off her relationship with Diddy in 2015. I thought she couldn't leave. So all y'all was saying that she couldn't leave, and that's why the video of him beating her in that hotel was because she was trying to leave. She left in 2015 to go be with Michael B. Jordan. I'm just saying. It says, and during that time, the mogul suspected she had a romantic relationship ensuing with MBJ. It says the Long Way to Go singer told the courtroom she cut off Diddy or contact with Diddy after learning he was involved with another woman. Michael B. Jordan's name previously surfaced in talks about the trial as he was reportedly listed among celeb names presented to the jury at the start of the trial. Cassie previously referenced an unnamed actor in her November 2023 lawsuits against Diddy, saying he began a flirtatious relationship with her. So she was smashing on Michael too. Damn, you was fucking Michael B. Jordan too, girl. Where your mama at? How you get Michael B. Jordan? Damn. But they all smashing on each other. So yes, Michael B. Jordan was brought into the situation too. Okay. Esteval questioned Cassie about having an affair with another person besides Kid Cudi during her relationship with Diddy. Cassie revealed she was in South Africa on set for Honey 3 when Diddy started speculating there was an affair occurring. Esteval, Mr. Cohn suspected you of having an affair with, having a relationship with whom? Cassie, Michael B. Jordan. Well, that's what you were supposed to do. She was supposed to go out there and get some zick. Why not? I would. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So we got Michael B. Jordan added to the mix. While Diddy wasn't spending time with her during Christmas and all of that stuff, I guess she decided, fine, I'll get somebody else to do it. And Michael B. Jordan is the person to get to do it. Let me just say that. I want to add this in. Justin Bieber came out and said, keep his name out y'all mouth. He ain't got nothing to do with Diddy. Bieber people came out and said that man wasn't abused by no Diddy. Now, y'all can get on here and drag everybody in their mouth, but you got somebody on here saying that never happened. Okay, let's get into it. Deja Monet, Justin Bieber addresses Diddy rumors head on as online speculation surrounding the music mogul's controversial past resurfaces amid his ongoing sex trafficking trial. As clips of Diddy interactions with the young Justin Bieber began making rounds again on social media, many fans started questioning the nature of their relationship, sparking wild theories and triggering concerns. But this week, Bieber shut it all down. A spokesperson for the pop star told TMZ, Justin is not amongst Sean Combs' victims, while also expressing sympathy for those who were impacted. There are people who were genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve, the statement added. So what Justin is saying is, don't pay attention to these old videos. I was never abused by Diddy. Now, how you gonna argue with the person who we alleging been abused? If that little boy, he not a little boy no more, but if that clear boy, that clear man came on here and said he was never abused, then guess what? He was never abused until he decided to change his mind and come back and was like, I was threatened, or I said boom, 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 boom. At this point in time, he was never abused. He said it. It came from his own mouth. I'm not gonna fight the person who we accusing of being abused. He said he wasn't. He wasn't. Okay. Now he'll come out later and say something, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But it's been the same for men all over America, or all over, period. Men are typically last to come out and talk about abuse because they don't want to be judged and deemed less than, if it makes sense, okay? So then we got judge presses Diddy's team to speed up cross-exam of Cassie, citing promise to finish by the end of the week. We have a time concern. Crap. Sorry, I'll get it. We have a timing concern. So this is what happened at the trial. So Diddy's attorneys, no, not Diddy's attorneys, the prosecution, which is the feds, they spent their time They spent their time interviewing Cassie on the stand, but what happened was, from what I'm hearing, they called somebody before Cassie, and that kind of messed up the timeline. Well, now it's Diddy's team's turn to ask the question, and now Diddy's team is trying to get time in to do what they need to do, and the judge is like, yo, we on a time constraint. But Diddy's team is like, I don't care. We need ample amount of time to make sure that we can ask the questions that we can ask, okay? So now it's a whole big thing back and forth with Diddy team and the attorneys and the judges, and the judge ain't liking it. It says the judge reminded Diddy's legal team they had months to prepare and agreed Cassie would be done testifying by the end of the week. After delays and lengthy cross-examination, the court is now urging them to streamline things and speed it up. Nifilo, is that how you say his name? We might not be able to finish tomorrow. This is the most important witness, judge. For months, we said this witness had to be off the stand by the end of the week. AUSA. Our direct was a day and a half. Limit them to that. So basically, the prosecution is trying to say we only got a day and a half. They only need a day and a half. And the judge is like, y'all had ample amount of time to prepare, so you shouldn't be needing all this time. But honestly, Diddy is fighting for his life, literally. And I think that, I get it, they have time constraints, but I think that if they need to do whatever they need to do, hey, I tell you what, if they don't allow Diddy them ample amount of time to plead his case and to fight this case, they're just going to leave room open for an appeal. I'm telling you now. They're just going to leave room open for an appeal. That's it. So they either give it to him now or they'll give it to him later. Okay? Judge, show Ms. Ventura the exhibits in advance. Maybe just ask her questions rather than these exhibits. We have a timing concern. I think that's messed up. Can you even do that? Is that legal? I guess it is if the judge says show it to her in advance. But no, because that's going to mess up the case. I need the bitch to be surprised when I put it in front of her so I can get the natural reaction. I don't need her to be able to look at it, sleep on it, think about it. You see what I'm saying? Come back, call somebody, confront them, consult the next person. No, I need to be on the stand saying, do you recall on January 3rd, you and Diddy went out? Oh, no, I don't recall. Exhibit A. Yeah, that's how I need it. No, I don't want to give her no damn pictures in advance. Hell no. Hell no. And they said the messages that they had Cassie reading was so nasty and vulgar, and it was Cassie, not Diddy, initiating the nasty, vulgar stuff. They say it was so bad that Diddy that they wouldn't even make her read it all out loud in court. I know her husband like, you dirty bitch. But honestly, I don't think he really liked that. I think he was sent there. I think the husband was sent there to do just what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Judge, I already answered that. Agnifilo, they called 2 witnesses to start. That wasn't our choice. It's critically important witnesses. It says judge streamline thing. So basically, Tory, girl, Diddy's lawyers are just like, hey, this is the star witness. You're not about to sit up here and try to really rush us, right? Like, this is the star witness. I told y'all that too. Cassie is the star witness. We need to be able to get our point across. As they should. As they should. It's been a lot going on. I'm talking about every day. To say this case is only days at a time, baby, this case has been explosive. They should have televised this. Baby. It says Cassie testifies about finding out about Diddy dealing with Kim Porter and Gina Hyun, whatever, during their relationship. Also speaks about Diddy suggesting seeking help for her drug abuse. Now, this is where she's going to talk about how she was jealous of Kim Porter. And I told y'all she was jealous of Kim Porter. Because remember, Kim got what Cassie thought she deserved because of the nasty freak off she was doing with Diddy. Kim got that. But the gag was, Kim probably ain't even want it for real. And it never leaves my brain that in that book, it said Cassie laughed at Kim when he was abusing her. Let's never forget that. But in her own mouth, she admits to being jealous of Kim. Let's get into it. During Cassie's testimony, Diddy's attorney, Anna Estavillo, questioned Cassie about her longtime partner and one of the mothers of his children, the late Kim Porter. Were you jealous of Kim Porter? Estavillo asked Cassie, responded, I had some jealousy, yes. Jurors were shown text messages from 2013 in which Cassie expressed concern about appearing as a side piece rather than Combs' partner. She was especially upset during the holidays after seeing Combs with Porter and their children while she was excluded from family events. Oh, Fat she wanted matching pajamas. Yeah, y'all know how it go Christmas morning, Christmas Eve, niggas be on there with their old lady. That's what it was. Cassie also testified that finding out about Gina Hyun upset her and that infidelity caused arguments between her and Diddy, Cassie said. It was scary. In addition, Cassie also testified that Combs once told drug dealers in Los Angeles to stop delivering drugs to her. At some point it happened, she said, though she couldn't confirm it. If it were in 2016, as Combs' attorney suggested, she acknowledged that Combs had urged her to seek help for her drug use. Okay. Now, as far as her with this drug use and him saying stop delivering drugs to her and things of that nature, like I told y'all, it was a lot of controlling issues there, obviously. It was a lot of him wanting to be in control, but maybe she had gone off the deep end. Oh, and by the way, they're saying that video, this is allegedly, what Diddy's team is trying to say was that whenever he would be abusive to her, they were either coming down off drugs and or she was trying to steal his drugs. So Diddy's team is saying that she was so strung out on drugs that she would steal his drugs. And that, because he's an addict as well, that would cause them to get into physical altercations because they were going through withdrawals. Okay. This is what Diddy's team is saying. That is very, very smart defense. Because we're not going to fight the drug allegations because it's already done. It's already damn near, you can't fight it. Then on top of that, we're not even going to fight the domestic violence allegations. You bitches saw it on tape. But what we can do is take those lemons and make lemonade. Does that make sense? So all I got to do is say, yeah, okay, I admit it. He was violent, but he was on drugs. He was coming down off of the drugs. That's why he was violent like that. It wasn't because he's a bad person. It was simply only because he was withdrawing from the drugs. So that's why he knocked that whole head between the washing machine and dryer. Oh, you talking about that time they had the fight in the hotel? Remember the bag? Because she was stealing his drugs. They making her out to be a crackhead. They booking her in a calm way. That's what's happening. Remember, Cassie is a pregnant woman. Okay, Cassie is pregnant. And she's got a lot of the people's hearts as far as being a victim. They can't just come out and swing on her and jump her. That's going to be too obvious. But what they can do is just paint the picture and let you interpret what you see on the canvas. And that's what they're doing. They're making her out to be a crackhead sex addict. And that's why he was beating that hoe in the elevator or in the hallway, because she was trying to steal his drugs. And they both, as she mentioned herself and admitted, they both on drugs. I'm telling you it's smart. Because if they would have made her cry on the stand or something like that, then it would have been, oh, y'all are just horrible. Y'all are just trying to victim blame and da-da-da-da-da. No, just be very subtle. Be calm with it. Book this bitch in a calm way. Make her think that we cool. I saw her mom say, and even Mim said this too, that the lady was complimenting her and, oh, you're so beautiful and so inviting and so precious. Yeah, all that before we take you down through there. All that before we take you down through there. It's very, very good work, in my opinion, but I'm not a lawyer. I'm just saying, if I was a juror, if I was one of the people on the jury, right now, it's only day 4, but as of right now, Cassie's testimony is not good for me. If I'm on the jury, yeah, Pure Joy, they're rocking her slowly. They're rocking her slowly for sure. For sure, without a doubt. They definitely rocking her slowly. Okay? Because remember, she's a flipper. Let's never forget that. See, y'all looking at, you've been waiting so long, I'm here to answer your call. I know, mildly talented. Y'all looking at that and thinking she a victim. She's a flipper. It's what she is. Cassie is a flipper. She was a flipper when she was with Ryan Leslie, and she was a flipper when she was with Diddy. And hell, quiet as it's kept, it wouldn't surprise me if she was a flipper with her husband. She's a flipper. She is. I'm not making this up. I'm not lying. According to the testimony, she a flipper who wanted to be a wife. Yeah, it was a whole song. You're damn right. That song had that whole spirit on it, didn't it, Aaliyah? I love you all the way down. Hit you right where you like it. I promise you like it. I swear. Just relax and let me make my move. It's no secret, but keep it between me and you. It's me and you now. Oh yeah, I've been waiting. Flipper. Oh, it been right in front of our face. If it was a snake, it would have bit us. Flipper. Flipper, flipper, flipper. I've been told y'all. I told y'all. Y'all think I just be on here talking. Flipper. Whole time, everybody, we young and in high school. It's me and you, me and you. It's just me. Not even knowing what she talking about. Flipper. Flipper, flipper, flipper is what she was. Sharice. Baby, tell me how you like it. Look. Y'all know I know all the songs now. Don't play. Don't play. Don't play. Y'all know I know all the songs. Baby, tell me how you like it. Tell me if you like it. Yeah. Stop acting crazy. Flipper. Whole time she a flipper. Y'all got to be strong. And that's all right. They got flippers in the world. Sometimes the world got flippers in it. It's all right. Okay? She a flipper. Now, and you know what's bad? Diddy deserves to be in jail. That's the worst part. It's just that try him on the shit to get him in jail. You know how, if y'all really want to see Diddy go to jail, have all them prior artists come back and sue him for their money. If you want to see him go to jail, have the prior artists put thievery and all that. That's how you get the nigga in jail. And you don't need no flipper or nobody to come in and testify. Girl, all you need is the facts. That nigga will do life. Do you hear me? White collar crimes. Get that nigga on that. Put Carl Thomas on the stand. Put me on the jury. How about that? Put me on the jury. Because if it come up about Carl Thomas, I want him hung at the stake. I want him hung in the middle of the city at high noon. Okay? Let's get into this, girl. Sad. Oh, this the girl Gina who Cassie was jealous of too. Now, this the Asian girl who went on Tasha K and was making it seem like Diddy was doing X, Y, and Z. But they say, allegedly, I didn't say it. This is what they say. They say while Gina was over there on Tasha K acting like that nigga was popping her head between the washing machine and dryer, they say Gina ain't never left and ain't never going nowhere. They say Gina said, bitch, I'm going to be with him forever. Allegedly. Okay? The defense has Cassie reading multiple pages of text and emails exchanged between her and Diddy dating back 15 years. Wait, they was fucking around for 15 years? I thought it was 10. Cassie testified Diddy was addicted to success and eventually opiates. It says, as court broke for lunch, Estevao pressed Cassie on Combs' alleged addictions. Would you say he was an addict? Cassie. Would you say he was an addict? To what? Cassie. Success. When asked if he was an addict to opiates, at a point, yes. How do you know? Cassie, because he told me. So you're admitting that both of y'all niggas is some crackheads. Okay? Look how they setting her up. So they got her on the stand admitting that he was an addict just like her. So now that absolves him, or it can absolve him of a lot of things because he was high. He was addicted to the drugs. Okay? Cross-examination resumes with freak-offs. The defense has submitted text messages in which Cassie and Diddy discussed their love for freak-offs. Cassie, loving FOs were just words at that point. So now Cassie's saying, oh, but it was just words. No, bitch, because there was followed by actions. The defense is presenting a large batch of documents as evidence. Some of the docs have as many 26 pages. Diddy's infidelity. The defense asked Cassie about Diddy's relationship with Gina Hunn and Kim Porter during their relationship. Cassie admits finding out about Gina upset her and promoted arguments between her and Diddy. So she was even jealous of Gina too. Because remember, according to what people say, they say when she was over there doing her, she went online and saw that Diddy was over there with Gina, and it made her mad and feel some type of way. Yes. 911, give me the feds. Who is this? This is Cassie. What is this in reference to? Diddy. Bitch, give me the top fed. That's how I would be. You done took 15 years of my life. I done got every hole jacked up behind you, and you out here on a boat with this blazing Gina. Oh yeah, bitch. 911. What's your emergency? Can you connect me to the FBI, please? I'll hold. Bitch, I will put that bitch on the speakerphone and let that whole music play for 30 years. Do you hear me? I'll hold. Or it could have been the other way. Diddy got into it with the liquor company, and the liquor company needed a way to tear him down, and they went to Cassie and said, look, we know you a slut, and we could lock your ass up. Or you can help us get Diddy, and you'll get some money and go walk away scot-free, but we need you to testify. Oh, I just seen that nigga with Gina. Set it up. Oh, you mean I could go to jail? Yes, bitch. And I just seen that nigga with Gina. Set it up. Set it up. Where you need me be at? Thank you. I'll be there early. not late. So it's many things could be happening here. Many things could be happening here. Who knows? Okay? Moving on, the defense moves on to Cassie's relationship with Kid Cudi, which started after Diddy suggested a collaboration with Cudi would be good for Cassie's career. Now, put yourself in the mind. Think about it. And I feel bad because I feel like I'm helping up for Diddy, and I hate that. But this is jacked up. Think about it. I got a flipper. My flipper is mildly talented, and I got the means to make my flipper a household name. Think about it. Think about it. I got a flipper. He's mildly talented, but I got the ears to the street. I can make this nigga a household name. So I go, hey, babe, why don't you go hook up with Sheena and y'all do a collab? And I go to Sheena and be like, Sheena, get with my flipper, because I know you do music. Get with my flipper, do a collab. You feel me? And we gonna put y'all out because I'm trying to get him on. And then come to find out Sheena was over here with my flipper. I'm blowing up Sheena's car too. Sheena lucky I don't blow the car with her in it. Do you get it? That's what's happening here. Now, I don't condone it, but I understand. I see. Okay? Cassie said she and Diddy were on a break when she started dating Cudi, but she was still doing freak offs with Diddy. Bitch, y'all wasn't on no break. How y'all was on a break when you were still doing freak offs? Your whole relationship dynamic rests around you doing freak offs. If y'all were on a break, you wouldn't be doing freak offs. Now, the only way I would think I would take that is if you and Diddy did other things, like y'all actually dated. Y'all actually spent the night by each other's house and talked and hung out and did things. Y'all didn't do nothing but freak offs. So how are you on a break and you still doing the freak offs? Y'all wasn't on no break, girl. You was cheating like you did with Ryan Leslie. Hello. You were cheating the same way you were cheating when you were with Ryan Leslie. It was cool, but it's no fun until the rabbit gets the gun. Because see, as long as Diddy's people was printing up flyers, lying, saying you had a club appearance so you can go get that Zick by Diddy in Miami, it was cool. That was cool. But now, you get it? Now you want to quote unquote break, and then you get with the nigga I set you up with? Hell no. Hell no. And you're going to call it a break, but girl, we still doing the same thing we was doing when we wasn't on a break? Stop the cap. She's a flipper. Diddy acknowledges the audience. Diddy, during a brief break, Diddy stood at the defense table and acknowledged reporters in the room asking, how you doing? He had a quick huddle with his attorneys before proceedings continued. That means that nigga feeling good. He feeling good because I'm telling you, if they can poke holes in Cassie's case, as far as his character, that literally the house of cards fall down. That's what I was trying to tell y'all earlier this week. Cassie is the star witness. She's not testifying for anything criminal. Her purpose of being there is character witness. Her job is to tear his character down. So when we come at y'all with this mediocre shit, y'all can remember the things Cassie said, and then y'all can say, yeah, whatever they say he did that. Because look at what he did to Cassie and how Cassie. But if they can tear down that narrative of Cassie being a victim, that literally tears down the house of cards of the charade of who they're saying that he is. And this is the worst part. He is who they say that he is. Diddy is who we think he is. Diddy is the monster that we believe that he is. Diddy is the monster, the thief, the horrible gangster. Diddy is everything we think that he is. But the problem with this whole situation is they're not going to prove that like this. This is not how you prove that and hold him accountable. But if you ask me, I don't think they're trying to hold him accountable. They're trying to tear down his image in the court of public opinion and take all his money and leave him destitute. He'll jump off the bridge after that. See, y'all got to start thinking like the Clears. Y'all gotta start thinking like the Clears. This ain't to put Diddy in no jail. That would be a byproduct of what this is about. This is about draining that nigga money, his resources, his fame, and his good name, and hoping that nigga jump off the bridge. And guess what? It's a win-win because they got insurance on the nigga. Are you okay? Are y'all catching on? Are y'all catching that? That's what this is all about. If they really wanted Diddy to go to jail, you think they have him up on these trumped up ass, whack ass, weird ass RICO charges that they really don't have a case for? If they really wanted, they know everything about this nigga. If they really wanted Diddy in jail, he would have been in jail, been convicted long time ago. They hoping that they take everything from the nigga and he jump off the bridge. That's what this is all about. And then they can cash in on the insurance. Diddy can't live without his money and his status. You heard it here first. Diddy will not be able to survive without his money and his status. That's the way they get him. Jail is too easy. You get him by taking the thing that he loves. We all women. You know how to get back at that nigga. If he love his shoes, burn them bitches. Cut the tongue out them hoes. Oh, he love his car? Key that bitch. Come on, I need the women to put their thinking caps on. You really won't get back at your nigga. He done did you dirty. And you know there's only one or two ways to get back at that nigga. Get what he love. Oh, he love his money? Steal it from him. Oh, he love his job? Get that nigga fired. Oh, he love his mama? Curse that bitch out. Oh, you love your clothes? Bleach that shit. That's the same way these Clears is playing with Diddy. Oh, you love your money and your fame? Take that shit. He gonna jump off the bridge after that. We ain't got to push him off. He gonna jump off after that. That's my theory. That's my theory. It's just a theory, but that's just my theory. That's what I would do. Why I'm gonna kill him? Why I'm gonna throw him in jail? Take whatever makes him jump off the bridge and we be done. 2 birds with 1 stone. We're good. We're golden. Now to Cassie and Diddy drug use. Cassie said that although Diddy did provide her with drugs, he once told drug dealers in Los Angeles to stop delivering drugs to her. At some point it happened, she said, as she tried to recall exactly when. She added that Diddy recommended she get help for her drug use. Oh, and by the way, whenever they asked Cassie, because I think Cassie said one time she deleted a video, and they were like, well, what's the video? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, you was asking him about pills. What are the pills? Oh, I don't remember. She trying to save that nigga. She trying to save that nigga. She trying to save the nigga. She been with that nigga 15 years. She been dealing with or knowing him for 15 years. She love that nigga. 15 years and he Diddy and he got money? Y'all gotta be okay. Y'all gotta be okay. Estevao, did you ever call yourselves Get High Partners? Cassie's, we did. Estevao, did you take drugs without him knowing? Cassie, yes. Estevao, what was his reaction? Cassie, it was explosive. Judge calls a break after Estevao presents a lengthy document and starts questioning Cassie about heating up baby oil during freak-offs. Now, this was yesterday. Let me get into this really quickly. This Clear lady who was following the trial, she seemed unbiased. I don't think she have a dog in a fight because, I mean, she's a Clear woman who don't really, you know what I mean? So this Clear woman came on here. Did I share it? Here she go. And she gave us the update from yesterday. And it sounded pretty accurate. Check her out.
I don't want to say it's super intense because Diddy's lawyer, Anna Estevao, she's doing an amazing job at being very gentle. I mean, Cassie and her have exchanged a few laughs while she was on the stand, which I thought was pretty incredible. And additionally, there's a lot of explicit graphic text that we're seeing from Cassie to Diddy and vice versa. And Estevao is saying, look, if you don't want to read these, you don't have to, which I thought was really nice. Also, when Cassie answers and it's kind of a yes or no question, Estevea isn't like, it's yes or no. She's being very, very calm and very kind. Now, what we saw like right off the bat here was a conversation via BlackBerry between Diddy and Cassie about 2.5 years into their relationship. And remember, at this point, Cassie testified during direct that he had abused her. She didn't want to do freak offs, you know, all this stuff. And she actually said that he said, you know, I miss you already. When do you want to FO? That was Diddy. And she said, I'm always ready to FO. And again, this was August of 2009, about 2 years into their relationship. They talk about when it would be best for them. And then they talk about getting an escort involved. And then we see a text message that says, I can't wait to stare at your BBD. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Y'all know what the BBD is. Hey, Southern Louisiana Cooking with Kay. Thank you so much for saying this. Says Cassie started effing on Puff when he was still with Kim. Facts. Cassie was cheating on Ryan Leslie with Puff. Facts. Cheated on Puff with Michael B. Jordan. Facts. Cheated with Kirk with Kid Cudi. Facts. And then cheated with her husband. Facts. Flipper. I said what I said. She a flipper. Thank you for saying that, Southern Louisiana Cooking. Thank you so much, flipper.
And again, lawyer did not make her say it out loud. There's a lot of explicit text messages, and look, I think some of the takeaways here at what the defense is doing and what they're eliciting out of Cassie is, again, the email saying she loves him after these FOs. And don't get mad at me. Don't tell me, you know, I understand how trauma works, but I'm just relaying all this to you guys. So Cassie testified that she had to do freak offs during her period. And we were shown an email where Diddy, for FO planning purposes, asks her when she's getting her period. And she says she's skipping it that month. Additionally, she testified that she didn't want to be a swinger because she didn't want to see him with another woman. Well, we see an exchange where she says she has a fantasy about seeing him with another woman. And I'm paraphrasing here. She also says at one point that, quote, she'd travel anywhere to be with him. And this is while they are discussing an FO.
Can I say this too? I'm so glad the lady said it. I understand how trauma works. And I see a lot of people saying she was groomed and all that stuff. And that's fine. But when it comes to the abuse of other people, because we're not going to forget about Jonathan Oddie and him catching herpes allegedly from Diddy and Cassie, according to him, that man is a victim. This thing is multi-layered. All that she was groomed, all that she was set up, all that, I don't care. They affected too many people's lives. I don't care at this point. Okay, she was groomed. Let's move on. Because at the end of the day, Cassie was a grown-ass woman in some points of this time. And guess what? She's got to take accountability. And this is the gag. This is no shade because Cassie is taking accountability for her part. It's the people who are over here overly victimizing this girl. The victimhood goes out the window when you start to victimize other people. It's over. And the reason I'm going to say Cassie and Diddy victimized other people because allegedly it was said that they were passing out STIs. You are not a victim no more. Your victimhood is gone. You're done. When you start victimizing other people, you're done. Nobody cares about you being a victim because now you're inflicting that same pain onto other people. I don't care. We're done. I don't want to hear nothing else about her being groomed. I don't want to hear nothing else about her. I don't want to hear nothing else about her being young. She was 21 when she got with the nigga. That's old enough for her to make the right decisions. She's done. It's over. She was 21. At 21 years old, she had already had 3 years worth of experience with another grown-ass man. I'm done. The victim card for me, I'm done. I'm done. Yes, she was a victim, but we're not talking about that no more. We're not talking about what she was. We're talking about what happened after she became a victim. Cassie did a lot of messed up stuff. She's just as bad as Diddy. Why you think he kept her around for all those years? He kept her around because they shared some things in common when it pertains to sexual deviance. And that's why she stuck around for 15 years. Period.
In this one message, this BlackBerry message. Yeah, another big thing here is the drug talk and the opioid talk. So Cassie testified that Diddy told her he was addicted to opioids. And the defense is basically saying, well, did you see him try to get off these opioids or come down from them? And she said, yeah. And then they said, well, that makes one volatile, angry. And again, I'm paraphrasing, but basically what they were alluding to is that Diddy's violent behavior and aggressive behavior and all of his mood swings that she talked about were because he was coming down from opioids. Let me make sure. I feel like I have so many notes from today. Yeah, again, a lot of graphic messages, mainly about Cassie saying how much she liked it after it happened. It was so good. And she's talking about FOs. Oh, something really big that they're trying to prove here. Cassie felt like she didn't have the words to relate to Diddy because she was so young that she didn't want to do this and yada, yada, referring to the FOs. Well, we've seen a lot of messages from Cassie to Diddy that are paragraphs, let's say, explaining certain things to him, really seeming to wear her heart on her sleeve. At one point she said, look, I'm unsure about the FOs because I feel like, before when we were doing them, and this is a few years into their relationship, she said, before we were doing them, I could spend time with you after. Now we're doing them and you're leaving right away for work and I'm not getting that time with you. So the defense is kind of like, well, it looks like she's able to communicate this stuff. And is it fair to say that this is the reason that you didn't want to do freak offs? Not everything that you testified yesterday. Again, don't get mad at me. I'm just explaining about what the defense's strategy seems to be and what they're going for.
This lady right here spitting. And let me tell you why. Like she said, Cassie started feeling away when they couldn't spend time together after the freak offs. She was calling the freak offs, and in her dumb, stupid mind, she probably, and young and dumb, she probably thought, well, this is his love language. This is the way to get closer to him. But once she started realizing we doing freak offs, then he dipping. Now she in her feelings and feeling the type of way. I'm over here getting slutted out, doing all this for him, giving my body to these men, giving my body to you, allowing all these horrible, heinous things happen to me, and now you just about to up and leave? Like, you just gonna leave me here. In the past, we would make love together. In the past, we would have our moments. In the past, we were like this after the freak off. Now, all of a sudden, you just dipping. And every time I log in, you either with Gina, Kim, or somebody else. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Oh, they also went into the fact that, look, you testified that it would take you days to come down from these FOs and you would waste so much time of your life trying to recover. Diddy was doing the same thing. He was coming down from these too. Is it fair to say that he was still running a business, running running his own life, running Bad Boy Records and traveling here and there, basically saying, well, he was fine. He didn't have to recover for days. That's your problem. Again, just some observations. Cassie doing a great job holding it together, so calm, so poised. And Ana Estevea, really great. I mean, a lot of defense attorneys can badger these witnesses and really come across unlikable to the jury. But like I said, they're sharing laughs. They, she's not too aggressive. She's getting her point across without being a jerk. So I will give you guys more later. And
shout out to the clear woman. Like I said, she seemed like to not have a dog in the fight, so she wouldn't have a reason to be biased on either side. But it makes sense. if what's happening is this was what Cassie thought was gonna lead to a relationship after sticking around. Us women, we done been there. We done stuff for niggas thinking it was gonna lead to something and then it don't. Okay, I think that's what's happening here. I think with Cassie was doing the freak offs, and she liked them too. But I think a lot of the freak offs was done trying to get closer to Diddy and trying to show Diddy how loyal she was to him. And I want to be the number one. Because remember, in her head, she thought she was number one. She thought she was number one and Kim was number two until Christmas came around. Then she realized, oh shit, yeah, actually it's the other way around. She was young, but even still, it's no excuse for the things that she did. Now, I want to play y'all really quickly because Armand had me weak. Armand, don't strike me down. I'm just trying to see something. So Armand went live about the trial, and he had some stuff that had me weak. I wanted to get to the part. I don't know if I can get to the part where he said she was in the corner DJing. Let's just go over some of this. Y'all go over and watch Armand's recap of this trial. He did an amazing job. He did an awesome job. Go watch Armand's recap. Watch Mims too. But check out Armand's recap.
I'll do the call. I'm ready to freak off whenever you want. Okay, during the weekend is better, but you know what? Let's do it during the week. Freak me off. Freak me off. And then, after that, Cassie texts again. Now watch this. Here's a text. I can't wait to stare at some big black dick. She just sent that out the blue. Cassie, I can't wait to stare at some big black dick. She said, Diddy said, I want it to be really hot. No, Cassie said, I want it to be, Cassie said, I want it to be really hot. And I want it to be uncontrollable. I want that dick to be uncontrollable. And Diddy said, well, I can't wait to watch you. Cassie writes, I can't wait to have my legs cocked back behind my head to me feeling some dick tease my pussy raw.
Pause. Now, Armand got the transcripts of the text messages, okay? But this part not funny. I can't wait to feel some BBC tease my coochie raw. Mind you, they getting these folks off of Craigslist. Let's put this in perspective for y'all victim here. They finding folks off of Craigslist. She can't wait to get some BD inside of her to tease her cooch raw. Let that sink in. This for your victim. Let that sink in. Let's move on.
She said, I can't wait to have my legs cocked back behind my head to feel some dick tease my pussy raw. The husband, I promise you.
Let's fast forward.
The husband was this color. The husband was, he's a white man, right? The husband was this color. If that man, have you ever seen the red ink?
Fast forward.
She wanted to take the like, what are you thinking about? Cassie texts, I'm thinking about licking these big old dick from the balls to the head, then slowly lowering my mouth down on it to let it hit the back of my throat and choke me out. That's what she said.
It's the way he was delivering the messages for me. It's the way he was putting the emphasis and the way he was delivering, reading the text messages. I watched this video twice last night. Let me just be clear. I was sipping my liquor. I watched this video twice last night. Do you hear me? Hold on. What happened, Armand?
Said she wanted to take she wanted to lick to both of them, not one, both, however many, you know what I mean? Because they freak off 2, 3. So she was ready to lick about 4 or 5 dicks, okay? And she was ready to go from here, on everybody's
Not
dick,
licking the mic,
and put it in her mouth to she.
Armand, you might be getting carried away, Fed. Now this ain't about you. Now it's one thing to describe it. But Armand started showing us. Armand, let go the mic, please and thank you. We didn't need this far. We got a vivid imagination. We visualized, and we don't need the visuals, okay? Look at Armand.
Okay? So some of that gagging and choking was by request. All that choking on piss and stuff, she wanted that. She didn't say that yesterday. Okay? She didn't say that. This choking and stuff was on request. A lot of that choking and stuff was by request. Okay? A lot of that.
I want to show y'all one more part, then I'm going to let y'all go watch it. If you have not seen this recap of the trial, you absolutely have to go watch this recap. I want to show y'all the part where she was talking about Diddy, Cassie wanting to see a girl, and he said Cassie was in the corner DJing. Hold on, girl. I wish I would have saved that timestamp. He said Cassie started getting freaky and said that she wanted to invite a girl so basically she could become the cook and watch Diddy and what Diddy was doing, and she could be in the corner watching like Diddy be doing. He said when she finally got the girl, who got the timestamp? He said Cassie was in the corner patting it and DJing or something like that. I said she was doing what? Let me see.
Can you please just hear me out?
If y'all got the timestamp of when he said that, please let me know. Because that was the funniest part to me. Hold on.
He would have been okay with all the freak offs. The problem is Cassie wanted to be this man's girlfriend. Cassie wanted to be his girlfriend. Cassie was very jealous of everybody she came in contact with.
I'm trying to find that.
It was 3 years, and she was like, it was 3 years, and you got his name tattooed on you. So you see what they going with that? Like she's just
She talking about Ryan Leslie right there. He talking about Ryan Leslie.
So they said, well, I want to talk about the freak offs. So they said you didn't want to do the freak offs because, and you didn't use came because he was having withdrawals.
Hold on. I thought
he wasn't just,
if I can't find it.
Introduced me to Kid
4143, thank
in the
you.
studio. Wait a minute.
Thank you so much for that.
You didn't say that. Let's just get to the freak off.
Okay. This is where he gonna do it at coming up.
Wow. So then they asked, like, well, she said that she started fantasizing. She started wanting to do more freak offs. Mind you, she had said before she never wanted to do the freak offs. She said she was starting to, Cassie, I'm starting to fantasize more about girls.
Watch this.
So now she wanted another girl in there. So they had girls come in and she would watch Diddy freak off with other women. And she'd be in the corner patting and DJing. You know what I'm saying? She'd be in the corner like this while Diddy is freaking off and she'd be in the corner. Okay? And
why did he have to get out the chair to show us? This was not needed, Armand, but I'm happy you did it. Girl, wait, he got out the chair. Look.
You know what I'm saying? She'd be in the corner like this while Diddy is freaking off and she would watch Diddy freak off with other women. And she'd be in the corner patting and DJing. You know what I'm saying? She'd be in the corner like this while Diddy is freaking off and she'd be in the corner.
It was the DJing part. He said, you know, patting and DJing. Y'all go watch Armand's recap. Best hour and a half, I promise you, from beginning to end, this recap was off the chain. When I tell you it was so good, it was so good. Y'all go watch Armand's recap. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I watched it twice last night. I don't know if it was the looker or what, but whatever it was, I watched it twice, child. You had to be there. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. Says, Cassie, take the picture. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Olivia Dreams, thank you for the super chat. Morning, boo. You cooking, baby. She loved it. All you hear, she loved it all. You hear me? Dating Cuddy while freaking off. Right. She ran through. She is. She a flipper. I told y'all she was a flipper. Cassie is a flipper. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. Says Cassie is a 304. Oh, Lord. She's a flipper. Whore. Black Diamond. Thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, was Cassie subpoenaed to come to court? Yes. And I believe that what happened was what they did. What I believe what happened was they made her part of her deal to not be charged, and it was all of that. I think it was to get immunity and that she had to come into court. I think so. Because she's the star witness. Even though the trial isn't about Cassie. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the it reminded me of the trial with what's his name? Oh shoot, what's that boy name? With Tory Lanez and Meg. The trial wasn't about Meg, yes. However, the trial still had her and her incident as the star witness. Same thing with Cassie. It's not about Cassie, but she's the star witness. So it damn well should have been, if it makes sense. Thank you, Black Diamond. MOB, thank you for the super chat. Says, "Voo, you in your bag." Thank you so much. Thank you. The Patrice Project, thank you for the super chat. Why did I email you hella late about this on IG? LOL. I was like, Boo is going to snap over CB. It's not a coincidence. No bail. BS. Get my nephew his weekly toy from TT Patrice. Love you down, 80 sister. Thank you so much, Patrice. I'll definitely get him one. He over there sitting down waiting till I get off this thing. Thank you so much, the Patrice Project. And yes, I saw the Chris Brown stuff and was like, oh yeah, this that Rock Nation stuff. Immediately, I said this is Rock Nation. Immediately. Thank you to Patrice Project. Candy Williams, thank you so much for the super sticker. Natty Red, thank you so much for the super chat. Boo, I'm going to stop it when you start lying. My daughter said I'm heartless because I said Cassie was the real freak. Child, I'm telling you, listen, and I'm glad you brought this up. Matter of fact, no, let me say it now. I'm gonna wait. Thank you, Natty Red. Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat. Says, what's up, beautiful Voo and Acorns? I'm on here at the plantation. Anyway, Cassie ain't innocent and Diddy is a fool. Chilling in the bushes. Thank you so much, Cosmic Sun Soul. I hope you have a good day at work. For real. Thank you so much. Kayla, is that how you say your name? Kayla, or is it Kalea? I'm sorry. Kins, I'm gonna call you KK. Sorry if I'm messing up your name, beautiful. Thank you so much for the super chat. Had that song and didn't know oral. Yeah, okay, LOL. I was bumping that song, though, not gonna lie. Talking about it's me and you now. I've been waiting. Oh, and by the way, was that song done with Ryan Leslie? It seems like, from what I saw, and I could be wrong because I was sipping last night, but I thought she made that with Ryan. I didn't know if she made that with Diddy or Ryan. So she had the hit before she even got with Diddy, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Okay, y'all saying yeah too. Yeah, so Ryan the one gave her the hit. Diddy ain't give her but some dick in a wet ass. That's crazy. That's crazy word. That's crazy. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, KK. Thank you so much. Pure Joy, thank you for the super chat. Says, Vu, don't you think Cassie feels some kind of way because he gave Young Miami everything he never gave her? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's why she couldn't stand all of that stuff going on. Because Diddy did more for Young Miami in that very short period of time than he ever did for Cassie. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Mother, Tree, and Moon, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I absolutely despise Diddy. However, didn't he start to cite similar to Amazon Prime? Who called Empower Global for Black-owned goods? Very sus. True. Thank you so much for the super chat. Deborah, thank you so much for the super chat, Miss Deborah. Vu, you cooking. Thank you so much. Whitney B, thank you for the super chat. If Cassie isn't a victim, then what? Y'all want her to give the money back? No. I think that if she got the money, she deserves it. I mean, because even still, 10 years, 15 years of being with that nigga, she deserved more than that. I don't want her to give the money back. I think for me, I think the biggest thing for me for Cassie is and she's been doing a good job of this, not staying inside of the victim mentality. Cassie has been very vocal about not being a victim. She's literally, don't get me wrong, she played a victim role, but Cassie has been very vocal about, I guess I'm responsible for this or accountable for that. I don't think she should send the money back at all. I just think that let's just move on. You got paid, let's move on. You're not a victim, he's not a victim, both of y'all jacked up, let's move on. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I would say personally. But, let me just say this. If this doesn't show you anything, it shows you this. Around this time, 3 months ago, maybe more, when the tapes came out, or 6 months ago, however long ago, when the tapes came out of Diddy and Cassie, myself included, we all automatically felt like Cassie was a victim. And as it pertains to domestic violence, Cassie is definitely a victim of that. Without a doubt. That's not up for question or debate. Cassie is 1000% a victim of domestic violence. Cassie was, in my opinion, was probably also coerced and groomed, especially at the beginning of this situation, because Cassie was the young, unsuspecting girl, and she was young, and he was the mogul who had all the experience and things of that nature. Yes. But the thing is, sometimes the victim can become the perpetrator. And in this case, Cassie was one of those people. She was once a victim, and I don't think she initially was a victim, because she was very strategic in the way that she moved. Very, very strategic. She ain't messing with any type of nigga. Whoever Cassie get with, gonna be able to take care of Cassie. So she ain't the unsuspecting victim, young, ignorant, childlike. No. Somebody who was dumb and unsuspecting would not know to hop off of Ryan Leslie's pole and hop on to Diddy's. That's not what we're working with here. She's very intelligent, actually, if you ask me. I think it's insulting the way that y'all making her be so stupid. It sounds so dumb. I think it's very insulting. Cassie is a very smart girl. When she hopped from Diddy, Kid Cudi at the time was lit. When she hopped from Diddy to Kid Cudi and then double bike with a Michael B. Jordan, ain't nothing stupid, slow, dumb, or retarded about that girl. She's very smart. She ain't hopping off of Diddy to know anybody. Michael B. Jordan, stop it. But let this be a lesson to you. The media tells you what to think. They told you that Cassie was a victim. And then they put the icing on the cake by showing you that video. And myself included, I took a lick because I was like, damn. But now that the testimony is coming out, as they should, Diddy's attorneys are showing you a different side of this Cassie girl. Not only are they showing you, she's on the stand admitting it. It's not like they lying on her. She's on the stand admitting and saying yeah to every single thing they playing and showing to her. She's saying, yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I had sores in my mouth, but I don't care. I still wanted to do a freak off because I love that nigga. Y'all the only ones being fooled. Let this be a lesson to you. The media tells you what and how to think. And it's still telling you that she's a victim. You just haven't caught up yet. But watch when the algorithm catches up to tell you that she's not a victim. Then more y'all are going to come around. The media tells you what to think. If you haven't seen that before, you see it now. I learned it during Panorama, during 2020. That's when I figured it out. And I'm not pointing no fingers and trying to say I'm better than y'all, because I was there too. It took 2020 and beyond for me to realize the media is literally telling me what and how to think. And it was at that moment I woke up. Only thing I'm telling y'all is it's not, everything ain't always what it seems. Diddy is a nasty, disgusting, vile person who's done so many horrible, heinous things, especially to Black Americans. And he needs to be held accountable for that. But this right here, I don't think this is it. With that being said, I got to get off of here. I'm going to come back maybe about 5 o'clock to do another show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Catch me at the Dollhouse. We'll Joce over there a little bit about Rockhead and some other things. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'll catch y'all on the next one. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Y'all go check out Armand and Mims' recap. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you're returning, welcome back. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. See y'all later. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up!
Come on, Blaze up!
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love for your boy, for your boy, for your boy, hustle for your boy, fix it for your boy, drop it for your, wow, 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 lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.